So, last time when we left off, nothing, Phil? You got nothing?
I'm eating right now. I'll say it later.
Hey, Phil, what you eating?
Penis?
No, I'm eating pork chop.
Uh,
That ain't pork chop. It's
we're
pork dick.
adults.
Yep.
So, last time,
Penis.
the group arrived back at Drake's Landing not Drake's Landing, Perrin, and then Drake's Landing. Um, spending some time at the inn where this whole uh, crazy adventure started while they were in Perrin, and um, making plans to perhaps make a mark on the world in some way other than just going around and killing stuff. Um, after a discussion with Lord Blackwell, the idea was introduced to possibly purchase some real estate in Drake's Landing so as to, well, perform a number of tasks. Maybe lay down some roots as far as a home base for the adventuring crew here, and maybe also to establish a first location in the business venture that the party, and especially Bungdo, has been
The fair Tinkerman
aspiring
town.
to for quite some time. Um, after doing some housekeeping stuff, shopping and money changing and all that exciting adventuring stuff, um, the party regrouped at Blackwell's sprawling estate and joined him in a quick teleportation to Drake's Landing. And essentially, we left off as the group was uh, emerging from the teleportation circle and following Lord Blackwell to effectively a business meeting. Um, so, we don't have to go through all of the gory details here. And by gory, I mean boring and accountant-like. No offense, accountants. What are the plans for getting some real estate in Drake's Landing? I mean, are you looking to just buy like a cheap house? Are you looking to find something huge? At least for the residential side of things, and then beyond that, what's the plan for the business?
Do we have any of the shops that have like living quarters above them?
So you're looking for like the townhouse kind of thing, like
Yeah.
business
Ideally, like
downstairs?
business downstairs, housing upstairs for, when we're on our breaks from said adventuring. And then preferably a warehouse.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So really, are you looking to use the townhouse kind of space as a business, or are you just gonna kind of turn both floors into residence?
A little bit of both.
If
Like,
we can get a big enough warehouse, we could have that be the storefront, and we could just have the house as our own. But I say we should
well,
isolate ourselves a bit.
the warehouse would be for like storage and all that. Any like carts we get, pairs, extra supplies, and then townhouse would be upstairs for lodging, downstairs for sort of like an office, I suppose. However, we could
Okay.
just have like a house and then have the office be in the warehouse.
Or
So I
if we
guess
have enough money, having like a side by side, having two places, have one be our storefront, and the one next door be our actual living quarters. Do something like that
Okay.
too.
All right. Um, well,
Preferably close to the docks.
yeah, that makes sense.
if we could have a storefront in town and a warehouse on the docks, that would work too.
Well, the storefront should be nearby, because then we can just run over to the warehouse, grab what we need, and then come back.
The docks are a great place to get rid of bodies.
That too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you accidentally defend someone too hard.
Yeah, when you defend
Yeah.
somebody else's self-defense.
Indeed. All right. Cool. So, um, in the interest of kind of moving things along, it comes up in your collective meetings. And by the way, would everyone like to attend these, or are there some people who might not want to go to such an endeavor here?
I would like to attend.
Yeah, same.
Same.
I'm tagging along as well.
All right, yeah. So if nobody's backing out, then yeah, the meeting goes down, and Blackwell does a lot of the talking. You know, you get the impression that he is genuinely grateful for the tasks you have collectively done for him, and you know, wants to see you succeed. And I think any of the business savvy among you realize that he knows an opportunity when he sees it, and
Yep.
he thinks he can make some money off of you guys. So, with Blackwell at the helm, I think you're given quite a few options to choose from. And you said, what did we settle on? Was it a warehouse and one townhouse, or
A warehouse, preferably a storefront nearby, and then
Mhm.
if there are any decent sized living quarters nearby, like houses. So see what we can find out
so
of
there's
that.
talk of a townhouse living upstairs, not living up, or, you know, doing business downstairs. Is that out the window?
I mean, we'll keep our possibilities open. If the upstairs is pretty big, like if we get a big ass place with, you know, 4 or 5 rooms up top, that'd probably be good.
Okay. So I think the first thing that comes up in discussion is this little block of buildings down near the port, which is some nice real estate for you guys. In a neighborhood that was hit pretty hard when the whole undead incursion happened, and so a lot of the surrounding properties are kind of beat up, but there are intact and basically across the street from one another. There is a kind of a smallish warehouse and what used to be a tavern, above which were a number of rooms that the previous owner rented out to boarders.
How many rooms, and does it have a bar still?
Yeah, there's certainly some cleanup to be done, but overall, both properties are in pretty good shape. You know, a couple days of cleaning out some broken crates and furniture and stuff, and you'd probably be in pretty good shape.
And how much is that?
Well, how many rooms is it? 2.
So as far as rooms, you're looking at basically like a single floor kind of apartment building set up above the bar, or above the tavern, I should say. And they're smallish, kind of individual, like basically studio apartments, but a little smaller. And there's probably about half a dozen rooms up there.
That'd be fucking perfect for us. Would there be room to add a couple more rooms?
I mean, you can't really build out into the street, but if you wanted to do some serious, like, you know, kind of remodeling work and, you know, bust down walls and kind of reapportion the spaces, that could be a thing.
Because
Is there a cellar?
There is a cellar.
Okay.
How big is the cellar?
Basically the whole area of the first floor tavern. It's pretty big.
And how many entrances? Just one?
To the cellar?
Yeah.
Yeah, just one. And it's like cellar doors that lead out to the street.
I like this place. It sounds good.
How many doors to the first floor? 2? One in front, one in back?
Yeah.
Is
How
there any
clo-
back property?
Lots of property questions. I am
Sorry.
a realtor today. Okay, what was that, Taylor?
Like any any area out back that's ours?
Not really. Like the tavern backs up to an alley, and then the small warehouse like across the street is just kind of like bunched in tight next to the property, next to it, and then behind it.
How close are the buildings to, I guess, the 3 sides of it, and what are their condition?
Are we referring to the tavern?
Yes.
Okay. So the tavern's right at a street corner, so you've got like one down each street. Both surrounding properties are considerably worse off than what you're looking at buying here. One of them was half burned down, and the other one, you can see like visible signs as you're kind of taken to do a walkthrough of the property. You can see visible signs next door that perhaps some survivors hold up in the place next door that wasn't burned, and there are blood stains and claw marks and like the beginnings of holes punched in the doors and walls. Kind of an ugly scene, but again, you know, it's a... Go ahead.
Are there stables
As part of the property or just nearby?
as part of the property?
There. So for the warehouse, there is a small area that could be used as kind of any combination of cargo bay and stable that you would like. You've got basically 3 openings, sort of like bay doors, effectively. That
So essentially, like a small staging area for anything that you needed to move, load, whatever.
yeah.
Can we buy the properties to either side of the tavern and knock down those buildings?
Or at least knock down the wall?
I like the way you think.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be more costly that way, but you know.
But if we
It's-
what I was thinking is we could keep the tavern operating as a tavern, use that as some just income. Also use it as a facility for handling the ingoing and outgoing shipments through the mercantile across the street. We can possibly set up our building in the back of the warehouse, depending on how big it is. If not, we could buy a couple more properties and just use those for our own quarters. And then just rent out the tavern and use it as a tavern.
We're opening a shop. I thought we were just buying a house.
I mean, why not do both?
Right now, we're buying a house.
I don't plan on opening up the shop right now. Right now is mostly just like get the property to like set up.
What do we have to sell?
Nothing yet. That's why it's just setting it up. I mean, we're gonna have beer soon, so we
They're
can open
seizing
up a tavern.
the opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, it's a natural disaster just went through. We're going through and buying up all the shit.
I mean, I figure if we buy the tavern and, I mean, we don't have anything to sell, so we might as well use the upstairs room for our living quarters and buy the 2 adjoining properties, knock those down, and when we actually have money, expand on those.
I still say we should get the warehouse across the street if it's cheap enough, too.
Well, yeah, that too. Buy 4
We're gonna be
parcels
like-
of land.
We're gonna be like the evil corporate people that just buy everything and make
No!
changes and knock buildings down,
No!
paint the neighborhood around.
Buildings are
Okay, Aaron.
total losses, so
How much would the whole 4 parcels of land be?
All right. So.
I would like to buy one city block, please.
Let's see here.
Jeez.
So basically, I'm gonna run this with the business expense system that they have kind of weaved into 5e. So you're probably looking at. Call it like. Basically, you would be running up a cost of 25 gold per day that you could then attempt to offset by doing business and doing it well.
Right.
So it costs 25 gold a day.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, you know, actually, hold on, because some of that is hirelings, and you're not going to have hirelings for the buildings you knock down.
right.
So,
We really don't need anybody to keep our place, our tavern that we're going to use as a place to live. We don't really need anybody to run that.
well, until you open it as a tavern, which is something that you guys discussed.
But yeah, if we do that, then we'll hire people.
Okay. So you're just looking at the property then?
Yes, just straight property.
Okay.
I mean, we should have someone on site of the property when we're not there to prevent looters, squatters.
We can talk to a guard. Like, we can get a guard. We could hire a personal guard to live in.
Yeah,
there.
yeah. I'm just saying we need someone.
But we don't need
But
a
not
barkeep and a cook
Yeah.
and a barmaid and
We need house sitters.
yeah.
When would we ever leave our house?
I mean,
We can
hell,
also just hire one guy to go buy all of them.
Blackwell might even know somebody that would be willing to just stay there for free, as long as he could stay there, and he could help us run the business.
That's a lot what house sitters do.
Yeah. So we could talk to Blackwell about that. I'm sure he's got to know somebody.
All right. So, whittling things down, at least for the time being, since you're not really staffing most of this property,
Yeah.
just to basically, get a mortgage kind of set up and all of that stuff, we'll say that's like a cost of 10 gold per day for all 4 properties combined.
What's the total cost? Because we could almost. I'm wondering if we could just buy the whole damn thing out.
Well, I think it's
mean-
permanent.
Yeah.
Why don't we
it's-
just buy the whole town?
Right, exactly. Just own a town.
Well, I'm just saying, because, like, we've got 10,000 gold, 17,000 gold.
7,000 gold.
I added the platinum in there.
Okay. So like, but I want to know how you're gonna keep track of this. I'm really for this mortgage. I don't know.
Yeah, how are we going to keep track of that?
I mean, basically what I'm doing is removing a lot of the expenses from the costs of owning a business kind of table in the DMG to account for you guys not having virtually any hirelings. Let's see. I mean, if you want, I can try and do some homework and figure out exactly how much people think places like this would cost.
Yeah, I mean, if we can figure out how much it would cost, I would rather clean out the bank and just buy them all out and not have to pay a mortgage.
Well, okay.
I mean, keeping track. I don't know how we're gonna keep track of paying a mortgage.
Yeah, that would be the
Well,
issue.
yeah, the thing is, it's like, I just have to keep track of the number of days that tick by.
That sounds labor intensive.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the best I have to go off of. That's 5e. I mean, basically the same thing, but reflavored. There's the accommodations table, which is pretty similar. Honestly, that might end up costing you more. But you know what? let's see.
I guess if you want, you can do some more research on it. Can we all agree that if we've got the money for it, we're gonna buy all 4 properties?
Yes.
Okay. So at least that way you've got an answer from us. We'll buy it if we can afford it.
Yeah.
If not, then we'll have to figure out what we'll afford.
Yeah, I mean, I think the best I can really give you is it falls under lifestyle expenses. I mean, I've been scrambling to look at stuff, and
Yeah.
like there's not a flat price for a piece of property or a different type of building or whatever. So getting back to that. Let's have a look. So, essentially, what it would come out to is well, I guess, what standard of living are you looking for once you move into this place? Like, are you gonna fix it up, or is it gonna
Oh,
be just
yeah.
kind of a shithole where you crash for
No.
a while? Or okay.
Let's make. I mean, we'll make it average for now, and we can add to it later.
All right. So, for simplicity, we'll say that the cost of securing all of this stuff at the pretty steep discount that it comes at in a recently blighted area of a recently blighted town,
Ooh.
the expense is 1 gold per person per day.
I did find something
own
on
it?
my phone.
Yeah.
Do you trust RPG Stack Exchange?
If it references good, like legit content.
Yeah. DMG on page 128 lists costs for constructing various buildings. Cheapest of them, the guild hall and trading post cost 5,000. So that's just what they're saying. So, I mean, we could run with it being considered a guild hall.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
So we can buy the bar
Uh,
for around that, and then that'd be pretty much all our money.
Yep.
5,000 gold?
Well, if it's roughly
What is it?
5,000 each property.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, can we include the clearing of the houses in that? Because,
Sure, and
I mean,
and
technically,
here's the
they're
thing.
useless.
Yeah, and this is like the price for a new construction. I think you'd be looking at a better deal.
Yeah, so like, can we just count that and say that we fix it up and all that for that? Get it functioning again?
I think you can get all 4 properties and level the kind of garbage ones for a total of 10K.
Let's do it. Because that's all of our platinum. That's it. We're pretty close to it.
Yeah, pretty close.
So
I'd
we-
rather spend it mostly in silver, though.
Well, yeah, that's fine. We can spend it however you want to spend it. I'm just saying. Yeah, let's... That sounds like an amazing deal. Let's do it.
10K in gold. 4 properties. Sounds good. With the 10 gold with 4 properties, 2 of them being leveled. Correct? And
Correct.
then we have to kind of spruce up the 2 remaining buildings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and I imagine for the inn, let's just make it bigger.
I mean,
Or should we just build it, or should we just do our own?
first we should, do things like make sure it didn't get burned at all with the other properties and stuff like that.
All right.
Make
yeah,
sure
let's-
everything's structurally sound. Put new
Well-
coats of paint, new rooms.
Are
stuff
we
like
getting this?
that.
Suddenly,
Are we
Maya has
getting this-
glasses to push up. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Are we getting this cheap because you guys started a fire?
No.
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 We're-
That
we're
was
getting
in
it- You're getting
Perrin.
it cheap because the undead incursion in Drake's Landing happened.
Yeah.
And
Perrin
so a
is-
lot of people have been
It's-
killed or forced out of their homes or
Yeah.
some combination thereof.
Oh.
Parents where the fire
It's
was.
like buying property in Detroit.
Yeah, it really
Detroit
is.
had an undead. Yeah. Where you can get mansions for, a couple $1,000s. Or
Oh,
like the
that's
house in
awesome.
Flint. I used to live in a house in Flint that was 6 bedrooms, went for $16K.
Oh my.
Yeah. But you're living
It was
like
old.
you're
it
like
was
living
old.
just outside the ghetto too.
Yeah. It was also really old. Like it had radiators and stuff. But it had a
Indeed.
huge living room. You could fit 4 couches in there.
Indeed.
Like two full, 2 love seat.
There you go. But yeah, let's do
getting
it.
Back to D&D.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm good with this.
This sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah, good find on that table, by the way. I
Oh,
was
yeah.
looking for outright purchasing something, and so building never really came up.
Gotcha.
Okay. I am going to take that money out of this.
All right. And then I guess I'm gonna head the deconstruction and like renovations. I guess, being that I'm, I've done this before. I've taken a building and turned it into something else, i.e., my business.
Mm-hmm.
So, are we
What
setting it?
business do you have?
I have my blacksmith shop. Oh, you don't know that? Yes. Yeah, I actually run. I own a blacksmith shop in Thogladar.
How did
Yeah.
I not know this?
You've never been to Thogladar?
Well, you never talk about your business.
It never really needed to come up, but now it has. So yeah.
Alright. You're full of secrets.
No, everybody else has been there. You have not. We'll go.
Well,
That's actually one of the places we're heading to next.
okay.
But yeah, so I will help them, kind of pick out stuff that's good for a I mean, I frequent taverns a lot. I know what taverns need. So we're gonna get it set up like a tavern down there.
Cool.
Instead of kegs, though, I'm going to use some jugs of some alchemy jugs, and this is where I'm going to try to push the beer out of. So I'm going to move the brewery. Just side thoughts.
Okay.
Okay, tell me how much when you figure out your repairs, tell me how much it costs. We have we have enough money to cover a lot of it.
Okay.
Yeah, so for basically redecorating, and were you making that adjustment to the upstairs, or are you guys just gonna like build out later?
Well, did we have to tear down the other buildings, or were they was it just a big storefront kind of thing, or?
Both buildings were pretty screwed. Like,
They
Okay.
were condemned.
yeah.
Gotcha. How much would it cost for us to build up on either side? Or
Probably the cost of new buildings.
Yeah.
Okay. Which side had more room? Because we should just build a side building for us.
That's what I was thinking. Then just keep the tavern as it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be cool with that. But just maybe have an entrance, like a locked entrance. Like have a manager room that leads to our house.
Okay. I mean, both sides are about even as far as the size of the lots. So I think one is it's on sort of a main street, and the other is on a smaller street that kind of intersects the main drag there.
All right, let's do
Um,
our
Smaller street.
Yep, Guildhall on the smaller street. Expand the tavern out to the bigger street and make it a 2-front tavern.
We don't have money for this right now.
No,
yeah,
I'm
you're
just
looking at a 10,000 gold construction project right there.
Yeah, I'm pre-planning already. Like,
Okay.
let me have this, all right? Let me
we
plan.
We might want to keep it as it is right now and spend the rest of the money on equipment upgrades.
We can do that. So we're just gonna have the tavern run itself, make some money, and then use the money out of that to do our expansions.
We can do that, or keep adventuring and
Yeah.
make tons of money.
Well, I know. I'm just saying. In the meantime, we can have them just rolling that over into a savings, and when they have enough, just have them expand the bar.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, that'll work. So yeah, we'll keep it as is. Destroy the other 2 buildings that were crap. Can I either send a letter, or if anybody else wants to, I would like to adventure to Thoglatar. If we can.
That's where your shop is?
Yes.
I want to go there.
Okay. Well, that's part of the reason. The other reason was I wanted to take... I was going to take Bungdo back, and we can try to talk to the general there and see what we can... see if we can get a expansion somehow out of that.
Let's.
Plus, Bungdo had a cape he wanted or something there.
I don't have money for it yet.
Well, we have group money.
It's not a big deal. I'd rather use the group money to start the business and make more money.
Well, we already did. So,
Well,
this is...
we have property.
Yes, but like for shipping and everything, we're still gonna have to buy products to ship and then sell them. There's a lot that goes into it.
And
Yeah.
a ship. Unless we just rent ships.
Cape is not high on my priority list.
Okay.
But
I know Blackwell has
some
something
people
for
can go to
this.
Thogladar. Oh, okay. We can either all go to Thogladar, or half of us go to Thogladar and the other half oversee the current construction projects happening.
That could
We don't
work.
want to hire someone else to oversee it.
Yeah, we could probably do that. Possibly Lilith. I know Lilith wants to go, so possibly Lilith and I, and if Bungdo wants to go, or if Bungdo wants to stay, he can stay.
Stay where?
Stay in Drake's Landing to oversee the construction. Like, the rest of you guys can stay and just oversee the construction and all that, and then I'll go back, do what I need to do, and then Amscray, or if you want to go with me to Thogladar.
I'm good with going to Thogladar. I do want to go to Strasza though.
Yeah, that's fine. So I guess it's me, Lilith, and Bungdo going to Thogladar. Before we go, clear out your pack of all that rope, because we're going to probably need it.
Well, I can just sell it once we get there.
We're probably going to need rope for our other stuff here.
Yeah, right. Fuck.
That's a lot of rope.
Yes, I'll just clear out the rope. Don't need it.
We'll
Yeah.
just pile it into a room.
Well, yeah, we can use it in the warehouse. We could string it through the warehouse and use it as a winch. I don't know. We could figure something out.
I like the idea of just having a rope room.
Yeah.
The original
Just
idea.
one of the rooms in the
The
inn.
original reason I picked it up was to sell it. That way we had more money.
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
think it's gonna
that's fine.
sell very well in like
In
where we are
a
now,
port
where
town?
everyone's dead.
In
Where
Drake's Landing?
everyone's dead.
Where ships are going to be coming in and needing rope?
All right, we'll fucking leave it here.
It's
Instruct
his
my...
rope.
Oh, I know. Well, it's ours. The 2 of us found it. We just shoved it in his bag.
It's his
Yep.
bag. It's his rope.
It's fine. We can leave it here.
I mean, we're gonna need to put all the jugs of holding, or jugs of alchemy jugs in a bag of holding.
Exactly. So we need the space.
Yeah.
Works out.
So. Right.
All right. So,
Yes. Oh,
Do
I
we
thought-
need a new tab for things currently in the warehouse?
might be
Probably.
wise. Oh,
Yeah.
Great manager of inventory.
That's why I said it.
I mean, if you want to give it to give all of us control to add or take away, that's fine. Then at least we can manage that.
Nope. I'm the only one allowed to do inventory.
Okay.
Everyone else is scrubs.
Okay. I'm good with that. Hey, you want to do all the work? I'm cool with that.
That was sarcastic.
I know.
Stab a dagger through the bag on the outside.
But you have chocolate ice cream.
Also, to commemorate this, I pull out the jug and I fill it up completely with ale, and we all drink to it.
You're forcing drink down my throat.
Yep.
No, I'm not gonna force it. I'll just give it to you, and if you don't want it, I'll take it and drink it too.
If you don't
I'll
want it, you're gonna like
drink
it.
You just said we're all going to drink out of it.
Well, I mean, we're all going to have drinks. I would assume that we could get some glasses. Because it's like 4 gallons of fucking beer.
I will drink to our purchases.
Sweet. And then I'll just find a barrel. I'm sure there's barrels, like an unbroken barrel.
Yeah, there probably would have been a few of those sitting around in the tavern when you bought it.
Yeah. So I'll just take an empty one and dump any more alcohol that we have into it.
I will make sure it's clean first.
Well, yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna make sure it's clean. I'm not gonna serve no garbage, but
Sick the health department on your asses.
I'm just saying, like, if you know, I'm not gonna waste the alchemy jug.
Some things are important to specify, though.
Yeah, I suppose.
Suddenly, everyone we serve turns to zombies.
It just had a worm. You don't want to eat that worm in the bottom of the tequila.
It eats you.
Yeah.
Drake's Landing, worm eat you.
Alright, so yeah. Alright. So, can we travel to Thogladar?
Maybe.
Party
Pretty
split.
long travel time. So who's going where?
Splitting the party.
Yumi and Lilith are going to go to Thogladar.
How many days travel is that?
5?
It's a little more than
Was
5.
it 5? Oh, I thought it was. How many? How did
it's,
we take?
It's considerably more than 5.
How did it? It only took us 5 days, didn't it?
No.
Oh.
I'm alive again.
Yay.
Hooray!
Damn it.
How long does it take to go to Thogladar?
Ooh, better idea. We
Are
could
we there already?
We could see if Blackwell could teleport us to Thogladar, and then we'll bring back some supplies.
Teleportation would be much faster.
Assuming he'd be okay with it, and we, you know.
Makes us
Use-
trust. What makes
Using
us
him as
trust?
our personal taxi service.
No, I mean it's a lot easier and quicker to teleport than to.
Why do I trust this dude so much?
Because he hasn't screwed us over yet.
I don't trust him that much.
Yeah, didn't he like want us to kill someone?
No.
Yes.
No, he wanted Brown to kill
Yeah.
someone. It's different.
But Brown's a freaking assassin. That's what he does. That's literally... It's it.
I'm going to take this moment to say that I don't trust Blackwell.
Okay.
That's comforting to me.
Let the record show.
Yeah, I mean... Togar is of the persuasion he doesn't care. Like, it's just... As long as Blackwell doesn't screw him over, we're good.
We don't know if he will. What has he literally done for us, though?
Given us jobs, gotten Bungdo out of jail, helped us get this property.
Yeah, but to be fair, I didn't need him for that.
I mean, it helped. He has been nothing but helpful to us. He teleported us to Strassa.
He just seems like a douchebag.
I mean, he's a lord. That's kind of...
Comes with the territory,
It
right?
does.
Never trust a douchebag.
I mean, but if he's got money, he's willing to throw it around for a profit.
Oh, that's why you trust him, because he gives you money.
No, he's
Yep.
never actually given us money.
I trust him to be honest when it comes to making a profit.
Yeah.
Mm.
As a
Good point.
businessman, I mean, the dude knows what the fuck he's doing. He's got money. So obviously he's doing something right.
Maybe he's killing people for it.
That's fine. I mean,
I mean, Bungdo has a questionable code of ethics. And
yeah.
depending on
Togar's
the amount
getting
of
there.
money, that would be probably okay.
Yeah.
The
I mean,
people that trust him have a questionable code of ethics.
That's
no.
fair.
Let's just put it
Well,
that way.
yeah, okay. Yeah, we can do that. We can say that.
I trust him to be dishonest. like it's weird. Like you can know who someone is and trust their character.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can know when to trust them and when not to with certain things. And like
But-
with Blackwell, it's roughly similar to that.
Did you just
Yeah.
Jack Sparrow this guy?
In a way, sure.
Yeah. He's very Jack Sparrow.
What?
Black Sparrow.
That's his new nickname.
But yeah. So I guess we can see if you can transport us to either to Thogladar or Thogladar would probably be better, but I guess we could probably go to Strassa. I know he had something he wanted us to take care of too.
I do.
did.
I want to go back to Strassa, though.
All right. Well, as you deliberate what you want to do first, I'm going to release the dire wolf that is currently threatening my well-being, and by my well-being, I mean my sanity with wines.
Gotcha.
But you are using him as your personal taxi service.
This is true.
We'll pay him. I mean, that's fine.
I mean,
You're paying
I'm,
him and allowing him to invest in you. Take away your future monies.
I'm curious, Eric. Is Eric gone already?
Yeah.
I'm here for now.
How long do you think it would take for Bungdo to fly straight out?
Ooh.
You know what? Let me take Sadie out, and I'll figure that out real quick.
All right, because I think I might just fly there and meet them there.
I'll just fly in your fucking back. And she can fly in her raven form. Right? You can do that?
Yeah.
She
I
might
hear-
get tired, but then she can pretty much perch on a bird.
Yeah, she could literally like sit on my shoulder on the back of Bungdo.
Why would I get tired and Bungdo wouldn't?
Because he's a giant eagle and
Because
you're
you would be a bigger bird.
Because I'm a boss-ass druid. That's why.
We could, if I get tired, we'll just like hold hands with our talons. I'll be upside down. We can fly like that. It'll be so cute.
What if two birds held a dwarf together?
No, but
Oh.
she's like a raven. She's tiny.
She's not like a raven. She
Don't-
is a raven.
Mm-hmm. And don't make fun of me for being small either.
I'm not. I'm just saying she
Mhm.
can't carry me.
hmm
That wind noise.
The sliding door.
Oh, is that what it is?
Eric's attacking Becca.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I just hear wind noise through his.
No. Well, there was a sliding door that was very loud.
Sounds like a tornado.
No. Eric's attacking me.
Rip.
Yep.
I do not want squee.
You want what?
I do not want squee.
What is squee?
Eric's tickling me, so I'd laugh.
No squee. So yeah, I guess. What would let's ask Blackwell if he can teleport us. If he can't, that's fine. We'll just fly. And I'm gonna tell him that we're gonna go there, pick up a cart and some horses, and we're gonna fill the cart with supplies and come back.
Well,
Wait,
how long will it take for you to travel back?
With a horse and cart, probably not as long.
Are the three of us the only ones who are going?
Well, okay, if it's gonna take you freaking 2 weeks to get back, we should bring everyone. That's what I'm saying.
How long does it take?
That's a question for Eric.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, I'm not looking at the map because I'm downstairs letting Sadie out.
gotcha.
So we have to wait.
We got ourselves a warehouse, though. That's awesome.
Not excited about the tavern, only excited about the warehouse.
I'm excited about the possibility of what the warehouse can become. Like, we could store shit there. We could turn it to like a brewery. Huh?
I was excited about the warehouse until I realized you're just gonna fill it up with rope anyway, and we won't be able to use it.
We're not gonna fill it up with rope.
I don't know. You love filling things up with rope.
I wasn't gonna fill it up with rope, but evidently it's the best way to do.
I was
Nope,
gonna.
it's gonna be a rope making warehouse.
I was gonna fill it up with alchemy jugs.
You guys fucking love rope, is all I'm saying.
You leave me and my rope alone.
Every time I try to put something in the bag of holding, oh, there's no space, there's rope in it.
They're just taking Boondock Saints to heart, okay?
In our
You don't-
defense, we found a shit ton of this rope, and I'm like, let's take it.
That's not a good defense.
That's not a defense. That's an explanation.
I'm not sure that's exactly how it worked out, but yes, we took it.
We wanted to take it, and we filled the fucking bag with it.
In our defense, we wanted it.
Yeah. It was free for the taking, so we took it.
But he didn't even say that in his defense. He just said he saw it and he took it. And
Yeah.
but there was more rope. We didn't take all the rope.
No, we
Oh
could
my
go back and take more.
We
Bungdo
literally
saw
could
the
not
rope
fit
and
all
wanted
the
the rope. Bungdo had space for the rope, so Bungdo took the rope.
Yes.
Why
Because
was there?
Bungdo likes rope.
Why was there so much rope?
I don't know.
No one knows, but Bundo's
I didn't
okay with
ask. Yeah. We weren't asking why there was so much rope. We were just like, hey, free rope? Nobody said anything, so we took it.
It's like rope is like this hard to come by resource in this world that you were like, oh my god, rope?
It was really nice rope.
It was huge rope. And we actually
Wait, what?
yeah, it's like boat rope. It's like for big ships.
Oh,
It's
I
that
didn't
type
know that.
of rope. Yeah.
You're still ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. But the very first thing we did with that rope was we used it to get up the wall of Drake's Landing.
Oh, did you get that rope like right before I joined?
I think we got it. No, we got it
No,
after.
No,
It was
you
after.
were there.
It was
What?
like the same episode.
We
Well,
climbed
hold
the
on.
wall.
I don't think Laura
You might have
was
not
It
actually
was
there
the
for that.
episode that
Wait.
Brown decided to go ham and just kind of like light up the world with his light.
Yeah.
Well, I remember that, but I don't remember getting rope.
No, it was just me and Bungdo. We were up
Yeah,
by
right
the
before I
wall
ran out.
or somewhere,
Huh.
and we found.
If I recall correctly, this is like a two-part thing, and for part 2, Laura wasn't here, so I kind of had to Jaeger Lilith through the whole like getting to the wall thing, and like
Oh.
2 people almost died. I think it was Lilith and Bungdo.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that whole
I
thing.
do remember that.
Uh-huh.
And then that's where we got our rope. So yeah.
That's what's really important here.
Yeah.
Rope. The most memorable thing about that night is the rope, not that 2 people almost died.
Well, no, because they almost died. They didn't.
Ugh,
They're only important if they die.
that's fair.
The rope has lasted much longer than your almost death.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Bungdo just takes off into bird form and flies away towards Thogladar.
Can I Misty step on top of on the back of Bungdo?
Oh my goodness. Well, bye. I'll never see you again.
What?
Well, if it's gonna take you 3 weeks to come back, that
Kind
might
of-
be a problem.
Well,
Can he support your weight?
yeah, he's a giant eagle.
Yeah, but you have like you're okay.
I don't weigh that much.
Yes.
Could probably support like the 1, maybe 2 people if they weren't like super heavy laden with stuff.
Scientifically, yes, a giant eagle can carry him. They've done
Okay.
it before.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with them then.
All right.
Alright,
If you're bird
so-
form, you could probably ride
No, I
him,
just
too.
start running.
He's gonna Forrest Gump that shit, run across the continent.
I tell Bungdo to slow down a little bit. I think Lilith wants to go too, but don't slow that much.
No, I fly up there.
All right. So a straight shot by air, you're probably still looking at almost a week's journey.
So, how long on the way back?
Let's see. We'll call it 6 on the way there, and then
Cart and horse.
Yeah, cart and horse. You're looking at almost 2 weeks back because you're traveling by road.
Oh, for the love of God, let's all just go. I mean, they're not
Well,
gonna
we
be.
all can't fly there.
No.
I can,
You can meet us there.
I can run 90 feet a turn.
You what?
So I can run 90 feet a turn.
Every 6 seconds, he can run 90 feet.
You
Yeah,
just gonna
Becca,
sprint
you're-
across the continent, are you?
I mean, I can
fucking
run
road
90
runner.
feet every turn too, but we're gonna take lots of exhaustion points.
That's fine.
Make camp at night.
Nope.
Well, let's just ask Blackwell first.
Gosh, why is this so complicated?
I don't know. Why are you making it so complicated?
We could just ask Blackwell, see if he'll teleport us, and we'll just all go there, get supplies, come back, and start fixing up the place.
All right.
Okay.
So I'm curious. How are you approaching Blackwell and asking him to be your personal taxi?
I'm going to approach Blackwell and say, hey, so I was thinking about it. I'm probably going to move the microbrewery that I have going on in Thogladar to the warehouse, at least for the time being, because it's more centrally located. You can ship beer out, and you can sell beer right across the street at the tavern. That being said, all of my other stuff is in Thogladar. Would you possibly be able to send either myself or a couple of us to Thogladar so that we can come back, we can pick up some supplies a little cheaper to, pick up some wood, pick up some just general supplies for us to get the business up and running, and we can get them cheaper than having them shipped out here from somewhere else. If possible. If not, no big deal. We'll take a cart. But
Yeah, so I think what he says is, while I certainly look forward to seeing what you're able to do with your newly acquired property, I am afraid that I have other matters to attend to,
No
particularly some back home. And if you recall, I do have a bit of business that needs taken care of by some capable adventurers such as yourselves. Should you find yourselves looking for something to do once you get things squared away here in Drake's Landing, don't hesitate to come by the manor and meet with me once again.
will that what you need done still be up for grabs if we take a trip to Thogladar and come back?
We will have to see. It is something I'd prefer to get done sooner rather than later, as it has cost the life of one of my men. But I understand if you have other priorities.
I look to the rest of the group. You guys want to just go take care of that first? That doesn't seem like that's too big of a deal.
What kind of job?
Shall we return to the manor where I can better apprise you of the details of the situation?
Yes,
Do you-
we should, and I'll be right back.
Do you
Okay.
have a person that you know of that you trust in Drake's Landing that we could have watch over the construction of what we're, or the renovations at least of this property?
I know many people in Drake's Landing, but among those who remain here, I wouldn't be comfortable saying I trust any of them.
I at least trust them to properly, like, watch over something, like watch over the buildings so that nobody else comes in and decides to like live here.
I make no promises, but I could introduce you to a person or two who might be capable of doing the job.
All right. Yeah, let's do that just so that we have somebody staying here that can make sure nobody else is squatting here.
All right, and yeah, I think he heads out, and he seems to have some other business and meetings and that sort of thing to attend to. But as he returns, he brings with him a pair of what I could only describe as rough around the edges looking individuals. Kind of scraggly, basically the type of person that you've seen manning his front gates at his manor.
Hey, that's fine. I'm good with that.
Okay.
So yeah,
And,
let's have them.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just saying, yeah, let's have them watch our property to the rest of the group.
Bungdo will allow it.
I want to interview them.
Of course you do.
That's fine. I'll sit with Maya through the interview to make sure Maya's not like being way over demanding on some of the shit, because I mean they're scumbags. You gotta accommodate for them being scumbags. So
I just want to make sure that they are trustworthy enough that they won't, negate what we're, the improvements that we are doing.
They're not gonna party hard.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a tavern. It's kind of built to party hard, but yeah, make sure they're not
Like, they're not like, I don't want blood painted all over the walls. Okay?
not to be
Yeah.
confused with them painting like the wall red, because that'd be fine.
I don't want a red tavern. Anyway,
We could call it the Red Tavern.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Or we can make one wall in one of the rooms red.
regardless, I'm gonna make sure that they don't destroy what we have, that they watch both the tavern and the warehouse, and I would like to pay them for their services, and that they can live there while they are working there. What's a good payment for that kind of service, Eric? You have the book.
The book.
The book.
Zabek.
Dun dun dun.
I mean, I think like probably 2 silver a day would be fine. I mean,
Okay.
they've basically got their living taken care of, so that's a big part of it. I just
Okay.
have to buy some food, you know.
So, yeah, housing and stipend. 2 silvers a day for each.
Hey, that works.
People are more trustworthy when you pay them. Okay. That's all I want.
That was a good interview.
I mean, I want, you know, to make it clear my expectations.
Your interview was essentially don't put blood on the walls and here's money.
Yeah, don't break shit. Here's payment. Have fun.
Yeah, it's kind of like, don't break anything. Make sure people do their jobs. Like, this is what should be done by this date, blah, blah, blah. And
Yeah.
here is what you're allowed. And I feel like Togart opinion of Maya's expectations is different by the end of this.
Yeah, no, that's good. Like, I went in there assuming Maya was gonna be like, yeah, guys, don't. I want you to sweep the floor every Tuesday, and you know, it's like these guys have never picked up a broom in their life. These guys just lay around and do drugs. Like you gotta understand who you're working with here.
Yeah, I'm telling them as long as they don't do drugs long enough or enough to that interferes with their ability to do their job, I don't care.
Yeah.
Just do
Okay.
your job.
Yep. I'm cool with that.
I mean, I'm not going to be there to babysit them, so.
Yep. All right. So we'll do that, and then get them going, and then yeah, that's. So is Blackwell gonna take us back to his mansion, or is he?
And I'm assuming we're meeting him there.
Well, he offered to take us back.
Yeah, I mean he's
Oh.
recently returned with the house sitters, so to speak. And yeah, I mean I think he's ready to go back. So if you'd like to hitch a ride with him and expedite things a bit, I think he'd be all right with that. Since
Okay.
he's going there anyway, and he's not just shuttling people across the continent for no good reason.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay. So, if you guys are ready to go, and I don't think I hear any protests there.
No, I'm ready.
How far
Ready?
of a journey?
I'm ready.
What was that, Brown?
How far of a journey to his mansion?
He's teleporting us, so instant.
Oh,
We-
short.
I thought we were taking like the carriage or something back.
No, we are teleporting.
All right. So, yeah, you all kind of squeeze into this familiar circle and experience the same kind of falling sensation as you watch the circle flash and your surroundings kind of blur for a moment. And after a few seconds of that falling sensation, you find yourselves back in the well-adorned living room of Innis Blackwell, just outside of the fishing town of Perrin. So, after things are straightened out in the living room, the rug replaced and the table lifted back in by 2 attendants who seem to have just been standing by, you are all invited to have a seat around the table in the center of the room.
All right, I'll
And-
sit down.
Okay. And Blackwell walks up to one head of the table, and with a sort of sweeping gesture, he seems to conjure an image along the length of the table in front of you.
I'm standing with like my hands on a chair, like on the back of the chair.
Okay. And as he sweeps his hand down the length of the table, revealing this image, you see in front of you, lying sort of face up, arms crossed, hands toward the shoulders, in sort of a, well, the pose you might expect a corpse to be in. You see what looks like the body of some sort of humanoid creature.
Naked elf chick?
No, not naked elf chick. First of all, it's definitely a guy. But the most notable thing about this figure that you see in front of you is the skin all over the body has gone translucent, borderline transparent. It's like there's just this barely visible membrane sort of holding the form of this person, or once a person, together. And you can see through to all of the internal organs, the inner workings of this person.
Bundo studies it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm studying it too. That looks cool.
Are you saying that out loud?
Yeah, I'm like, wow, what happened to this guy?
Well, he was a contact of mine in Helmfirth. I lost communication with him for just over a week. And, well, naturally I sent someone to go and find him, discern what his whereabouts might be. And by the time my man reached Helmfirth, the city was abustle with the tale of how this man, gesturing to the figure on the table, dragged himself up from the sea, limping and seemingly drying out to the point of cracked skin and profuse bleeding as he made his way back into town, ultimately expiring before he was able to communicate anything of significance. Death, especially that of one of my most valued business contacts, is bad for business.
What kind of business did he do?
He was affiliated with my import-export business.
I just kind of nudged Bungdo.
Is that business mostly sea-based or land-based, or an even mix of both?
Primarily sea-based. This was Helmfirth, of course, the home of the finest ships in all of Acuria. I think it's probably clear by now, but what I need from you is to determine what might have done this, and at the very least relay the information to me. But if you're able to resolve the problem, I would be most grateful, and may see fit to bestow a bit of patronage upon your business. He sort of looks over toward Togar and Bungo. A little smirk.
I'll say, well, where is this man being kept? Like, where is he held? Or this body?
He says, luckily, he was not the only one in town that I had dealings with. If you inquire with the guard in Helmfirth, let them know that I sent you. You should have no issues examining the remains, or what remains of them. They continued to shrivel and practically crumble, from what I hear.
While Togar and Blackwell are having that conversation, can I, like, whisper to Chance quietly, ask him, are you ready to take on another job from Blackwell?
Say, of course, this man gave me what I wanted. I have nothing ill against him.
I just nod and then continue to listen.
I'll just say, well, was he out boating or something? Or was he out on a boat and he fell over? I mean, what was the last thing you knew him to be doing?
When last we spoke, he was in town, conducting business on my behalf. Business as usual.
Do you know who he was working with?
I mean, I'm assuming he has at least someone we can talk to who's closer to him who can tell us, like, the last people he talked to and stuff. Investigative things.
He says, well, I'm not sure of specifically who you might go to for that information, but if I had to venture a guess, I might start a search with a half-elf by the name of Corvaril.
Corvaril. Alright. How do you spell that?
The way that I'm about to paste it into Jet.
It's probably some real fucked up spelling because it's half elf.
Not really. It's about how it sounds.
Oh, okay. I put a K.
He's not German.
I know that.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure about anything. Alright, okay, yeah, we can inquire with Corvaril. And then, if we find out what happened to him, would you like us to let you know first, and then act on it? Or do you want us to just take care of whatever did that to him?
I suppose that depends on the nature of the problem, doesn't it?
If we think we're gonna die, let's tell him first.
I think he says, if you determine that it was the doing of some person, some competitor or the like, let me know. If it was some beast, well, do what we do with beasts.
Alright. Seems easy enough. Look to the rest of the group. Do we have anything else we want to do?
Not particularly.
Alright. I guess we're ready to go. And I look over to Chance and say, welcome aboard.
I just quietly nod my head and follow along.
All right. And so I don't think Blackwell is able to teleport you guys down to Helmfirth.
Ah,
I mean, it's not a terribly long journey, but he does have things to attend to, and if he really wanted to go down there, he'd probably just do it himself.
can he at least arrange for us to catch a ride down
Yeah,
there?
he can certainly arrange for passage.
Okay, that's fine then. I'm cool with that.
Mhm.
Do you want to go by boat? Lilith, have you ever
Oh.
gone on a boat?
A boat. I've heard of boats.
Have you ever been on a boat?
No.
I looked at Blackwell. Can we get secure passage on a ship down there?
I'm sure that could be arranged.
All right, let's do that because being on a boat's awesome.
I'm on a boat.
That
I'm
sounds
on a
rather
boat.
unpleasant.
No, it's really fun. A lot of
Well,
sun.
It's fun as long as you're not seasick.
Yeah, but you should
I
be
am
fine.
sick of the sea already.
So we're taking a boat.
Yeah, let's take a boat. It's probably faster.
There's nowhere to flee underground in a boat.
We can go in the boat.
Yeah. And you can also become a bird.
Yeah, and that should help you. You could fly over the ocean. You're wide open. Just nothing. Be awesome. They would like you on there too because you could scout.
And scare away seagulls.
Yeah.
I do like the idea of being intimidating.
We could fish too. A boat it is.
All right. And you see Blackwell just sort of turn and make some sort of gesture for a moment, and he says, "If you can be ready to leave by this evening, we can have you on your way."
I look to the rest of the group. Do we have anything else that we want to do? I mean, we're ready now.
I'm ready to leave.
Yeah, we can head out whenever. So,
All right. So, fast forward a few hours. You are all directed to a ship by the name of the Acanthus, which I suppose you'll want the spelling of.
if possible.
That sounds like a snobby boat.
I am just still amazed by the great expanses of water and boats. I don't know if I'll ever get used to this much water existing.
If Lilith could pale, she'd be paling just looking at the water.
I'm just like, Lilith, isn't this amazing?
As her
Yeah.
eyes are burning.
What?
So as your eyes are burning from the sun.
Yeah.
Well, we're going in the evening, so she should be
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, it's night?
Yeah. Well, evening.
Well,
Dusk.
Yeah.
evening is the same as... When is the evening ever not at night?
I mean, it's not dark, but
I
it's
mean, right
getting
now
dark.
it's evening.
Yeah, it's like what it is now. So it's not like dark, but it's not super bright.
I mean, I figured it's like civil twilight kind of thing.
Did we skip dinner? I'm
Uh,
hungry.
We montage dinner.
yeah.
Alright, what did
We ate
everyone eat
pizza.
for dinner?
The same thing
okay.
you did, Lilith. You were right
Okay.
there.
We ate
Are
fancy
there
pizza.
any
You don't know what Lilith ate.
Are there any
Maybe-
shops where? Sorry.
Sorry, go.
I,
No,
I'd
I
like to stop talking. Are there any shops where Bungdo could buy like an actual fishing rod and like bait and shit?
Yeah, definitely.
Dope.
Let's see.
I would
Wyatt.
like to do that.
Does not know many things about fishing, so she just wants to follow Bungdo around and look at all the fishing stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna act like I know better than Bungdo, but eventually just buy the same shit he bought.
I heard fish and I'm coming along.
I'm just trailing behind everyone looking sullen.
Okay. Yeah, so let's see here. thing I'm looking for. All right. Yeah. So Bungdo, if you just drop like 1 gold, you're able to get everything you need for your little fishing expedition.
I dropped a gold as well. Same shit.
Okay.
And you know, just
Lilith.
because I'll buy Lilith too.
I see.
I'll buy Lilith a set too. Or
Aw.
if she doesn't want it, then Chance can use it.
You're not gonna buy Chance a set?
Fine, I'll buy Chance a set. So
My eyes light up with the thought of catching fresh fish.
yeah,
Aw.
shit yeah.
You're a tabaxi, right?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm so
Seeing
excited.
everyone else getting fish, I will also buy some.
Okay.
We're all gonna have a group fishing trip.
All right. So I imagine that I can picture exactly what you're doing now as way on the Acanthus down to Helmfirth. Everybody who is fishing, go ahead and make a survival check.
All right.
It's dark out, right?
We'll kind of make this roll for just the whole trip. So
Alright.
Look at Lilith with the good luck.
With the good luck.
Better than ours. Come on, Chance, roll high.
Oops.
gotta
Yeah,
whisper.
he
though.
should roll with advantage because he's a kitty.
Because cats can use fishing poles better than people.
Yeah. Cats can he can see it better. His eyes are attuned to fish.
Ah, fuck it. Can I just turn into a shark and fish like that?
Oh Jesus!
You could.
I encourage Bungdo to do this.
Yeah.
As he gets this
I want that to
idea,
happen.
I'll say, well, Bungdo, go grab some fish, and I'll hold my mage hand down below. And as long as it's not too heavy, I can just pull it up. Like, you go grab it and bring it to the boat, and I'll pull it up. Or we can
Well,
just
he
hook
could
it.
just-
Or he probably could just eat the fish.
Well,
as a
yeah, but
shark.
he could bring a giant fish to us, and, like, we could hook it. Like, yeah, I'll just take a hook down, and we'll hook it up, hook its mouth, and just pull it up.
I mean, he could just, like, we could put down a net and he just chase fish into the net.
There are
Obviously,
multiple
we would
options.
be the best fishermen ever.
I still throw a hook out, like a line out, anyway.
Okay.
While we're screwing around, I'll throw a line out.
I want to learn Gnomish while we're taking this
Ooh,
chance.
yes. Me too.
Teaching you no one is a shark.
No, I can do it.
Yeah, he knows Gnomish too.
I'll teach you sharkish.
Sharkish.
Ooh, I forgot I have a new pearl.
What?
I forgot about my pearl of power.
Oh yeah. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. So
So it says if it's spell slot 4th or higher, the new slot is 3rd level.
yeah. So basically, it caps at 3rd level. Is the
So
point?
my spell slots are 4th level?
Is that a question or a statement?
How does yeah?
Like, would it give me a 3rd level even though I don't have them? Or would it just give me, like, redo one of my 4th level ones?
Basically, it would give you a 3rd level, even though you don't typically have them.
Okay.
Well, that's cool. So you
Yeah.
get a free cast of any level, any spell up to 3rd level, basically.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, I mean the fishing is all right by standard means.
Are you not fishing, Jance?
he is. He accidentally whispered it to me, and he did about as well as Bungo.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm all for the
Um,
shark idea.
Yeah, is this a thing?
Yeah, fuck it. I turn into a shark and chase
Alright.
fish around.
All right. So yeah, like day 1 and day 2, we just kind of see you guys repeatedly casting the lines off the back of the ship, and like maybe you catch a fish every now and then. And by like day 3, you just see Bungo like, fuck this.
He just jumps off and
Turns into a shark mid-air, and then
Yep. Splash! It's just swimming around.
I do a 3-point dive backwards off the bow.
How fast is the ship moving?
The side of the
fast,
bow.
but like
like you might want the back.
Nah, dude, I like to live dangerously.
Get keel haul yourself.
that's a good time, right? But yeah, so you see Bungo flip off the deck of the ship and transform into a shark mid-dive. You hear the splash as he submerges himself in the water, and yeah, so we like doing the full-on shark grab stuff and drags it to the poles or to a mage hand thing.
I'm just thinking about the crew's reaction to that.
That shark.
Wait, how high up is the ship, the deck of the ship from the water level?
I mean, I figure it's probably not too high. It's not like a man of war.
Is it shorter than 30 feet?
Yeah, probably shorter than 30 feet.
Alright, I'm going to fucking run to the front of the ship and jump off the side.
All right.
Yep.
I thought you were gonna cast Mage Hand.
Nope, I am going, as soon as Bungdo jump off, I'm jumping off too.
It's just not how it was supposed to work.
That's fine.
Why
you
doing?
jump off, and so what do you do?
I'm just gonna land in the water, and as soon as I land in the water, when the ship, as the ship goes by me, when it gets by my friends, I'm just gonna Misty Step up to the deck of the ship again. I was just jumping in to cool off.
So one thing, though,
So almost instantaneously, you jump back in.
Well,
you did specify that you were jumping off the front of the ship.
like
So-
off the side, towards, like to the side from the front of the ship.
Nope, it's too late now.
No, I'm not gonna jump in front of the ship and then ride it under. I'm gonna run to the front, jump off the side, and as it passes by, just Misty Step up
So
to.
this will modify the DC a little bit, but go ahead and give me an athletics check.
That's fine.
Okay. So yeah, I think
It's like a
you
fail to
see-
me.
you see Togar jump off, and you hear this loud splash, and there's this uncomfortable stillness at the front and side of the ship for a while, before eventually you just hear as Togar like forces himself up above the surface, and yes, it would appear that he has not, in fact, keelhauled himself.
How does water dynamics work?
That's fine. I'm a dwarf.
Suppose you didn't sink to the
I'm a
bottom of
dwarf.
that.
I can ignore dynamics.
Yep.
What's a
Dwar-
physics?
I defy physics anyway. I can lift a shit ton of weight.
Using magic, not yourself.
No, I just.
Well, yeah,
I
but you
mean,
cannot lift a ship. So
No.
How can you lift a bunch of weight?
I'm
is-
just. I'm a dwarf.
you get 15 times your strength.
50?
No, it's
15.
10. Or 15, yeah. It's like 50. That's a lot.
I mean, like, you don't see me walking around carrying 150 pounds worth of weight. So,
You can't carry 150 pounds.
Called out.
can you?
Weightlifting shamed.
Yep. That's like
Okay.
my purse.
I was
Alright.
Did you know the average woman's purse weighs 150 pounds?
I mean, pretty much, yeah.
The
But,
more I don't catch fish, I get super frustrated, and I just start Eldritch blasting the fish instead.
Also sounds familiar.
What? Why is that familiar?
What, did Bungdo
Nope.
fireball the seagulls last time or
Oh
something?
yeah, yeah.
He cast produce flame on a seagull. Yes.
Nice.
I acid splashed one by accident.
On
Accident.
accident.
Uh huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely on purpose. But
Anyways, I am attempting to learn more Gnomish.
I also am.
once I dry off, I will teach them while trying to help usher fish in for Bungdo.
So, yeah. Again, you see like the beginning of the journey, and everybody's like all nice and comfy at the back of the ship. They've got their lines over the back, and at the bottom of the screen, you can see just in big white text, "Day 1." Fast forward to day 3, and you see 2 of the party members jumping off the ship. One of them turning into a shark on the way down. And then going back up to the deck, you see Lilith just chucking Eldritch blasts down.
Hi,
at
my name's
fish
Bungdo
as they-
Welcome to Jack.
as like a handful of fish are like visible, just kind of floating belly up along the wake of the ship.
Oh,
I
jeez.
tell Togar to go grab those.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on the side using Mage Hand to just grab them and like throw them up, if I can.
And in the meantime, I'm picturing Maya and Chance still having a nice civilized conversation about like Gnomish.
Yeah.
They're just sitting around drinking tea.
Yeah.
Thinking,
Well, the rest of
"So,
us are just running around like idiots.
We're just practicing our Gnomish. I don't know if Chance is learning Gnomish, but I'm practicing Gnomish on him, regardless of whether or
And
not
he's
he knows
just-
it.
He's just sitting there like, yeah, I guess that was right.
He's just why is this strange lady speaking to me in some foreign language?
I ask you what languages you know.
I know Common, Elvish, and Thieves' Cant.
Oh, we'll have a lovely conversation, Elvish. I need to practice my Elvish.
Okay. And so as the journey just continues to descend into chaos
Yep.
and fishing, eventually you do reach your destination in Helmfirth, not being harassed by crazy mutant shellfish or an aspiring demigod or
Racists.
racists or seagulls. They seem to know to steer clear of Bungdo for whatever reason.
How many days did it take to get there?
It would have been about 5 days.
Okay, so 30 more days of Gnomish? 40 more days of Gnomish.
40 more days?
Yeah, 40 more hours of Gnomish. I already did my math for today.
Wait, it took us like 4 days to get there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and she's adding 30 hours of Gnomish?
No, it took us 5 days to get there. Didn't you say 5?
That's still a lot in one day.
I'm learning 8 hours of Gnomish a day.
Holy, oh my, okay.
Honestly, if I'm teaching 8 hours of Gnomish
I'm helping.
or Togars, we should just be paid like it's a full-time job.
We should. but-
I'm assuming you're probably splitting it. But like there's a
Understood,
certain
you should
point like where you guys just speaking it. Like you can have a conversation and I'm learning. Like
I'm gonna learn half the time that Becca does.
Well, I'm basically the entire time I'm just speaking in Gnomish, and if Maya can't keep up, she should be able to by now. Because like I'm just throwing fish to myself, grabbing them, and throwing them on deck to her.
I mean I have 202 hours of Gnomish under my belt, so at least any basic Gnomish I should know by now.
Yeah, so I'm basically saying, ready, here it comes, fish. In Gnomish.
So you really got that word fish down.
Yep. And as
Yep.
as we're waiting, like as Bungo's off fucking around, I'm like pointing stuff out and telling it to her in Gnomish.
Yeah. I mean, I am at the point where I can have some conversations and such.
So obviously, I'm talking to anybody who wants to, but
Cool. So, as the ship arrives in the port of Helmfirth, and eventually all of you and your belongings are seen safely back to dry land, what's the plan?
well, what time do we come in?
It's probably about midday.
Do we want to check out the shopping?
And we're
here?
in Thogvadar?
No, we're in Helm.
Here in Helmfirth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right. We were going to help for this. I'm sorry. I totally forgot.
Yeah. So, do we want to go check out the shopping for today and then go find the dude?
Sorry, it's been a long day. Yeah. Sounds good to me.
Well, I know you.
Judge the shit out of you, Phil, for not keeping on top of your fantasy.
Fuck.
Well, because I
Terrible
know.
person.
I know Becca mentioned that she wanted to go. They wanted to check out for some upgrades. So I am cool with that. If not, we can just go find the guy.
Let's find the guy in lodgings first.
Well,
That way,
okay.
if there's anything time sensitive.
Oh, who was that chick that lived in Helmfirth that we saved?
There were a few of them, as a matter of fact.
Let's see. Evie, Alma, and Rayford.
Yep.
Who was the one that lived there, though?
Let's see. I mean, they all. Well, two of them lived there. One of them kind of got off the ship and decided to live there because he had amnesia. If you remember that whole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay, I guess, yeah. In the meantime, too, like, after we do all our thing, I want to track each of them down and talk to them. See how they're doing.
I want to go with him. But
So, but we can go get lodging in the... I think we've been to an inn here, haven't we?
You.
I think so.
Yes.
There's the
you
Baron's Whore and then the Baron's Horse.
You got it.
So,
Yeah.
It's the Baron Whore and the Baron's Horse.
oh, okay.
But yeah.
So yeah, let's go to the Baron's... or no, I stayed in the Baron Whore.
You did.
Yeah,
I'm going to the Baron
I
Whore.
stayed in the other one.
Yeah, I'm going to the Baron Whore with Bungdo.
I too am going there because I need to find someone to sell me drugs. So
I
can sell
looked
them.
at Chance.
We're going to the Baron's horse.
I looked at Chance. You want some fun or you want to be
Right.
boring?
I'm gonna go to Baron Whore.
All right, let's
Which-
go, guys. Night out.
That's a tavern, right?
It's right across the street from the tavern that Maya's going to.
Okay.
Is a
just
wretched
double
hive
checking,
of scum and villainy.
Yes.
Because
Uh,
Baron Whore doesn't sound like a tavern.
It's
Bungo
a-
shot first.
It's a tavern
sounds like
that
something
also
else.
caters to some baser needs.
It's rough,
Uh-huh.
rowdy place across the street from the Baron's Horse.
Okay, so there is the horse and the whore.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
guys,
Okay.
you guys
Yeah,
are probably gonna
the
get
whore
lucky.
is shitty. The horse is like a super nice, like serve you craft beer kind of place. That's just angry that the other one is open because it's decreasing property values.
I am going to the whore.
Yeah! Yes! As soon as
Plot twist.
as soon as I see Lilith walking with us, I know it's gonna be a fun evening.
Like, I will drink at the whore, but I'm not sleeping there.
That's fine.
I'm fine with sleeping there.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
As Bungdo watches them join us, he lets out a small tear of joy.
I mean,
Proud
I
of his
drank.
compatriots' choices.
I drank with you here last time.
Yep.
Yeah, it was probably drunk or high last time.
Yep.
Yeah, you
Or
did.
both.
You drank with them, and then you judged them harshly, and then you and Tormilla went and got a room at the Horse.
Yeah.
You judge them for drinking at the place that you are at?
No, she judged us for staying at the place that we were at.
Oh, I thought he said Bungdo judged them.
Was this the place where I carried Bungdo upstairs, or Trogdor carried me, or somebody carried somebody upstairs?
Pretty sure Bungdo was fine.
I thought
No,
this?
no, that was in Drake's Landing.
Oh.
That was at the Krusty Mud Crab.
Well, let's get really fucked up here too.
Fuck.
Well, if you want, I mean, I'm gonna get a room at the Baron's Horse. So
Why not stay here?
I like peace and quiet when I sleep.
Alright. If you don't want to have fun.
Well, she's gonna drink
I
with
mean,
us. She's just not
yeah.
gonna stay there. She's gonna stumble
Yeah,
across the
but-
street.
All right. So this is the plan then.
Well, is Maya going across to get a room first?
No.
Okay. So say if you go across, I'll go with you just to check out the rooms and see what I'm missing. But I'm not
It's gonna
getting a
be-
room there.
It's gonna be all booked up by the time you go there.
Okay.
Okay. Fair enough.
So. All right, to the Baron Whore.
No, just to book a room, then we need to go see that guy.
That's fine. We'll find out where he is.
All right. So yeah, you all walk in, and you're greeted by the same shithole bar that you saw last time. A large, cheaply crafted bar that sort of wraps around the majority of like the back wall and the kind of extensions of the building toward the back. This almost overwhelmingly raucous atmosphere inside, like people yelling and cussing each other out, and you just hear like the clanging of mugs and glasses on the table against each other. You hear the scooting and whining of furniture, and then it's not more than like 30 seconds before you hear a fight break out in one far corner of the room.
Who's in the fight?
You see, it looks like 3 people. There is a dwarf, a half-orc, and a half-elf. And, well, let's just say it's not going well for the half-elf.
I join in and I fight on the side of the half elf.
Okay. So 30 seconds in, Lilith's in a bar fight.
I just watch and make sure Lilith doesn't die.
Getting severely injured is fine, just don't die.
Wait, whose
Yeah.
side did she get on?
The half elf.
Who's fighting the half elf?
A
The
dwarf
other
and a
two,
half-orc.
so a dwarf and a half-orc.
Okay,
Oh.
every time the dwarf and half-orc turn around, I'm casting Mage Hand, and I'm, like, punching a guy behind them in the shoulder. I'm causing a fucking full-blown riot.
Bungdo runs in full sprint, jumps, and does a flying kick right into the stomach of the half orc.
Yes. But yeah, I would like to Mage
So-
Hand and just punch people in the back, so that
I
get
am
them
making
fighting
sure-
too.
No one in my party dies.
Becca's
So,
like
We're all
our
Bungo.
staying out of the conflict.
Bungdo, since you called out a specific action, go ahead and make an attack roll for an unarmed strike.
What would I fucking roll for that?
Roll a badass skill.
So basically, it's going to be a d20 plus your proficiency modifier.
Okay.
Isn't it with strength?
Yes, there is strength in there too. This could make the difference. So go ahead. What's your strength score?
-1.
Excellent.
You bounce off its belly.
Go ahead and give me either an athletics or acrobatics check. Excellent. Okay, so Bungdo comes in and like hops up onto a bar stool and then onto a tabletop and takes this flying leap toward, you said, the half orc, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Non-lethal, by the way.
Okay.
I'm not trying to kill him. Like,
Yeah, no, you're just trying to like
pulling
kick him in the gut or something, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you do that, but it seems like somehow he has seen you coming. And not only does he divert the blow, he manages to catch you by the foot and start swinging you at the half-elf.
I turn into a bear. And consequently sit on the half orc.
Okay. So yeah, he's like waving the gnome over his head, winding up to club this half-elf over the head with the gnome. Yes. And you see Bungdo just begin to grow and change.
Oh my god.
You can see my weight was unbearable.
Yes.
And you just hear this roar as the bear emerges from Bungdo's form, and just levels the half orc that was previously waving him around.
As soon as he falls on the guy, I'm Misty stepping onto his back, onto Bungdo's back. So I am now riding a fucking bear in a bar on top of an orc.
We're gonna be banned from this fucking city for life.
I want to make sure that the half orc doesn't die.
As soon as they do that, there's the dwarf still standing there, I'm gonna use prestidigitation to soil his crotch.
Oh my god.
he takes a second. I'm like, are you making it obvious that it's you, or are you just like...
I want people to think that he did it.
So she's probably sleight of handing it.
Yeah, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check just to see how he reacts, whether he notices this or not. Okay. You know what though? This guy's wasted.
Ooh.
So I think you see this like kind of pause and like this weird look on his face, like what the fuck? And then he kind of like he does that thing where he doesn't look down, but you see his hand kind of like wander there. Like,
did I just piss myself?
yeah. and then you see like that realization in his eyes. And he just kind of like tries to slip out of the spotlight, so to speak, back into the crowd.
This wasn't a dwarf I recognized, is it? Like it
no.
wasn't any around. Okay, good.
What, you know all dwarves?
No, we've met quite a few dwarves.
Yeah.
A lot of them in
All
tavern
dwarves,
fights.
so-
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
So, the way that I first started the fight, I think, is that I was a raven and I appeared right in front of the guy, and I like transformed back into myself.
oh jeez.
Can I pickpocket someone while everyone's distracted by the
I'm pretty sure that's a good enough distraction.
Are you sure, though?
I mean, okay.
Stealth and sleight of hand, or just sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand is fine. All right.
What do you
yeah,
want?
So, so with no real problem, you lift a like medium-sized coin purse off of sort of grubby-looking human male. He's kind of like he's part of the circle around this fight that's broken out, and yeah, you've just lifted 16 silver pieces.
Sweet. Slink back into the shadows.
All right. Yeah, and so as the fight comes to a conclusion with a big old fucking bear sitting on top of the half orc, and the dwarf just nowhere to be found.
Does another fight break out on the other side of the tavern now?
No, I think you've drawn enough attention to yourselves that like half the bar is just sort of gawking at the spectacle that is
There's a bear in a bar.
yeah.
And then a dwarf appears on its back.
I turn back into Bungo, pick up a pint of beer and chug it, and then hold the glass up and start yelling fanatically like, "Ah!"
The rest of the crowd's like,
I mimic him. I don't even care whose it is. Just grab the nearest beer
Yeah.
and chug it.
Same.
I make sure the half orc isn't dying.
Yeah, I'm gonna help him up. Like, I will actually offer the half orc a hand up.
I grab whatever is closest, well, whatever's second closest, and hand it to
Hit it to what?
Maya.
I shrug and chug it.
Yay!
Yes.
I like take your hand and raise it up, like, you know what I mean?
Hmm
I can see Maya being a little self-conscious about it, like, yay. Okay. Yeah, so it looks like the half orc is, you know, he's all right. Probably gonna have some bruises in the morning. But you know, nothing seems to be broken. He seems to be in decent shape. Yeah, the half elf has like a visible black eye already. But you know, beyond that, it seems functional.
Before they leave, like before the half orc and the elf leave my vicinity, I'm gonna cast detect magic and see if I detect any magic around them,
Okay.
or at least around me. I want to see any magic.
Okay. I think what you pick up is the half elf seems to have something in his pocket that exudes. Let's see, some sort of magic. Let me see what school that would be. Probably something to the effect of I guess a bit of divination, a bit of enchantment.
How big is it? Is it something I could like mage hand and grab?
Yeah, it's probably like a little smaller than a baseball.
Okay. Yeah, fuck it. I'm going to try to mage hand and sleight of hand pick his pocket as he's walking away.
All right.
This is the guy we just embarrassed and beat up.
No, this is the
No,
elf
that's
that
the
we
guy
helped.
whose side you fought on.
So
okay.
I'm gonna take his magical item.
What? We just defended him and he's just walking away?
Well, no, I'm saying before he walks away.
Alright.
Yeah.
It's just payment for being saved.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He's just gonna leave. He's not even gonna be like, oh, who are you guys?
No,
he hasn't
I mean,
done anything yet. He's just like Taylor's just jumping in like, well, before he leaves, I'm gonna steal his shit.
yeah, I'm
Oh, okay.
mentioning that like before they walk away, I cast a spell and look. Did the half orc have anything or no?
No.
Okay.
He's now in Bungo's butt.
But
The half orc is now in Bungdo's butt. Confirmed.
This isn't that kind of role playing.
But, so yeah, I just want to make a blanket statement that before he leaves, I'm taking that item. Or trying to.
Okay. So I think as Maya is attempting to tend to the half orc and seeing eventually that he doesn't really have any lasting injuries, you see him get up and sort of dust himself off, and he just sort of starts briskly walking toward the front door of the tavern, very intentionally kind of like shouldering past the half-elf. You get the impression that this wasn't like your normal, hey, let's fucking fight because fighting. He clearly has some kind of grudge against this guy.
Gotcha. I'll walk up to the half elf and say, "So what's that guy's beef with you?"
Well, he just decided out of nowhere that I owe him money. Funny how that
So-
works.
so how much do you owe him?
I don't owe him a copper, but he says I owe him 10 gold.
Wait, he tried to kick your ass for 10 gold.
I mean, I kicked his ass for free.
Yeah, I mean, like...
He'll get what's coming to him, I'm sure.
I'd say he already did. He kind of got humiliated, and none of us threw a punch.
Can I insight check the half elf?
Sure. What are you attempting to glean about him?
If he's lying and actually owes the half orc gold.
Okay.
Damn!
You gather there may have been some kind of arrangement there. Probably somewhere in the middle. You know, there's two stories and then there's the truth. But yeah, there's probably not as clean a slate here as perhaps the half-elf would like you to believe.
I give the half elf a dirty look.
Can I insight check Maya to see if I can tell what she has... Like, because she's kind of
What
looking
my
at...
thoughts are on.
Yeah, so, like, she's kind of glaring at him. Can I see that she's, like, glaring at him?
Yeah, see if you pick up on that little raised eyebrow, like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't know him anything. Yeah, okay, sure.
Alright,
I just want him.
Oh,
to know
Jesus.
that I know.
Nope! I look at Maya,
Clueless.
she's hard to read. She's got resting bitch face. She just always looks pissed. Alright. Nothing I can do there.
You're okay with him just saying you have resting bitch face?
Well,
I mean, I
it's-
know I don't, so
Yeah, it's a joke, but it's just
Yeah.
like she's hard to read.
he's just like, huh.
Wow, Maya's black? That's Togar's inner monologue.
He's just once again realizing that Ma is black.
Yep.
he got distracted, too distracted, trying to understand my feelings. And it's like, wait, Maya really is black.
Yeah. So, alright. I'll just look back at the half-elf and say, what's your name, friend?
He kind of takes a deep breath and brushes himself off, and after sort of straightening his tunic a bit, stretches out a hand and says, "My name's Corvaril."
I
Pleasure
fucking
to meet
knew
you.
it! Hey! You'll never guess, but we were actually sent here to find you.
Oh, hopefully not for the same reasons as that lot.
No, because you'd be in the same condition that the half orc was in otherwise.
Right.
No, actually, a mutual friend of ours sent us. One Lord Innes Blackwell.
And yeah, you see this look of recognition across his face.
And I'll instantly say, no, like, put my hands up. Don't worry, he's not sending us for anything bad. We're just here to investigate the body that has recently turned up.
Right. Let's grab a drink, shall we?
Well, by all means.
I'm standing over Togar's shoulder, like stabbing the air, like I'm trying to be intimidating towards this guy.
Okay. So yeah, flash forward a few minutes to
Well,
all of you.
I'm ordering the strongest drink for myself and for him.
Okay.
But I'm going to just sip on mine, and hopefully he drinks his pretty quick. I want to get him fucked up. Whereas I myself am not going to get quite as fucked up.
Bungdo looks at this with a raised eyebrow and orders one of the same and chugs it.
All right.
Bungdo needs a vacation. It starts now.
All right. So yeah, fast forward to all of you seated around a table. The chaos kind of eventually filtering back through the tavern, and the dull roar of yelling and drinking and the occasional scuffle, covering up your conversation pretty well. And we pick up on Corvril just saying, "Real shame what happened to Gunvern. I'm still at a loss. I mean, I saw him maybe a week before he. Well, I'm sure you know the details already. But for a good week or so, he was just gone. He was supposed to come to a meeting, little trade deal, negotiation. Some of Blackwell's business. I mean, I don't really dabble in the nuts and bolts per se, but he didn't show up. And that put me in a bit of a rough spot. But I talked myself out of it, and it was all well and good until, of course, our friend Gunny washed up looking like a jellyfish. I go ahead.
What was he doing that he, like, the last time you talked to him? What deals was he making? Who was he working with?
Well, I know he said he had a few drop-offs to make in the warehouse district. He really kept to himself. Other than that, I don't know much about his personal life, if that's the sort of thing you're looking for.
No, we're wondering if this was a business deal gone wrong. Or if this was
I
just
sure
kind of...
fucking hope not. I mean, did you see the state he was in?
Yeah, but we just got back from killing a demi-lich, so it could happen. You don't know. So
Takes a long sip of his drink.
yeah, Blackwell's not messing around this time. He sent in somebody capable to take care of this. So we're just looking for
Right.
whatever details or information we can get in order to, make this as quick and painless as possible.
Especially like who might have seen him last, or who he might have told something to.
Well, I suppose I could give you the names of a few businesses that have been involved in dealings with our friend Blackwell, and you could do your best to perhaps pay a visit to a couple of them and see if maybe they've heard more about what might have happened with Gunny over the last, well, week or so of his life.
Yeah. that would
That would
be
be great.
that'd be a great start.
All right. Well, I know he said he had dealings with the Bone Pikes and the Barley Hens.
What are they?
Are they
What are
like
their
yeah.
main jobs?
They're manufacturers and, to some extent, distributors of varying products. Well, one of them is
Yes.
an arms dealing family, and one of them is more on the agricultural side. I'll let you guess which one is which.
Bungdo smiles
The Barley Hens are the
deviously.
ones. I look to Maya and say the Barley Hens are the ones that I think deal in the agriculture.
I think they're the arms dealers.
Oh, we'll find out.
Have I heard of these people before?
Probably in passing. Yeah, I mean, you might recognize the last names as effectively like brand names almost.
Maya thinks their names are meant to be ironic.
All right. How trash is he getting? Like, how much is he drinking?
He's drinking quite a bit, but
Is-
he seems to be holding up pretty well.
Okay. I'll keep the interrogation going then. I want to try to get him good and drunk. So I will say, and Gunny, where did he live? Or where did he stay? Because that might be another lead for us to go check out.
Well, I'm not sure what all he did for Blackwell, but he seemed to make a good point. He typically just stayed across the street at the Horse.
Oh.
Do you know what they did with his possessions?
You know, I didn't think to ask.
Well, we can find that out.
I mean, my first guess would be that they wound up with the guard once they found him and identified him and all that, but I suppose you'll have to see.
I would like to put one silver piece into Togar's pocket while he's distracted talking.
I have a passive perception of 20, so no, you did not sneak past me.
No, I'm not taking. I'm putting one in.
I know that, but I won't. I'm not gonna make any acknowledgement other than reach kind of behind my back and cast Mage Hand and kind of jab him hard in the side with a finger.
How dare you give me money?
No, I just kind of saying I felt that. So, but I'll keep going with my conversation and all that.
Okay.
And I'll say, and where did he operate out of?
Well, he sort of made the rounds, accompanied me on a number of deals, but like I said, he was sort of a contact for, a contact on Blackwell's behalf with a number of businesses and the like around here.
And what is your responsibility around here?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Gunny and I did some similar work. But generally speaking, I suppose my responsibilities are a little more local. I think we can leave it at that.
Okay. But you don't answer to yourself necessarily.
I mean, everybody's got to collect a paycheck from somewhere.
I will say in Thieves' Cant, the more information we have, the easier it's going to be to get this job done.
Bungdo wants to learn Thieves' Cant.
And actually, Chance would know this too.
Mm-hmm.
And Lilith.
Oh yeah, Lilith speaks Thieves' Cant.
Yep.
Yeah, for some reason Lilith knows.
Well, hey, that's a good thing.
I'm not proud of it, but
I
Okay.
made a rushed decision.
No, hey, Thieves' Cant's a good thing to know.
Oh, I'm talking about my level useless.
You're what?
She took a level in Rogue.
Oh,
It was a spur of the moment decision.
I don't blame you.
says the rogue.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So yeah, does he respond at all?
I think he just responds in Thieves' Cant. It's my job to know things. If I learn anything that will help, I'll share.
I'll nod my head, and Thieves' Cant just say, okay, just keep me informed. And I'll switch back to common and say, oh, sorry, I kind of stroked out there for a minute.
They do serve some strong ale here.
They do, yeah. This is some strong stuff. Whew.
Bungdo just rolls his eyes.
Mage Hand pokes Bungdo.
I like how we're just going with the Togar sees all approach.
Oh well, do I see it? Sorry.
I mean, it's fair. Like rolling your eyes isn't like a super hideable thing. If you're all seated at a table and you just
I
happen
roll
to
my
find
eyes
something, you'll notice.
stealthily.
I roll
All right,
my eyes in hidden.
Closes his eyes and rolls them.
Precisely.
Uh,
No, not what I do.
I'll say, all right, and then where can we get in touch with you?
Well, I spend most of my time here, or at meetings, but mostly here.
Okay. Should we just inquire up at the bar for you?
Yeah, that'll do fine.
Okay. Cool. I'll look over at my AOL. Do you have any questions for him?
Not anymore.
I pipe up softly so like only the people close to us can hear and say, if you ever need any products moved, I'm your guy.
While he's doing that, I would like to try to
Tinker
pickpocket.
Mercantile at your service.
Yeah. While he's saying that, I'm gonna try to pickpocket the guy
You what?
with Mage Hand.
Okay, you're pickpocketing Corvero.
Yep, with Mage
Okay.
Hand, I'm stealing that magical item.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
Fail it.
Fuck. Yep. Oh, I don't have luck on this guy. Shit. All
It
right.
was good that we joined his side of the fight, huh?
Yeah.
That could have gone pretty differently.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you like slowly, sneakily conjure your mage hand, and
Well, it's already conjured. I've got it up.
yeah, okay. So you like sweep it around the side, or maybe under the table or something, to a point where it's not quite visible to someone seated there and just in the midst of conversation.
I think I can actually make it hidden. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm pretty sure I can make it invisible.
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, so you do that. You slip just a couple fingers of the hand, like maybe index finger and the thumb, kind of into the pocket, and just ever so delicately grab what you can kind of sense through your mage hand is whatever this item is. It's contained in like a little bag, almost like kind of like a dice bag or like a coin purse.
Okay.
And you kind of begin to tug it out of the pocket, and you see kind of hovering there in the air is this little felt bag. And just as you catch a glimpse of it, you see Corvaril's hand kind of snap up and grab onto it.
I dropped the bag. Like, mage hand just drops completely. It's gone. As soon as he makes a motion, I just drop mage hand and let it drop to the floor.
And he just sort of like cocks his head at you and like raises an eyebrow. Like, really?
What? I'm over here, man. That was... What is that? Wait, did he know it's me? I mean, I already had mage hand out. It's just been invisible.
You're just a bad liar. He looks at you and you
Okay.
immediately admit defeat.
Well,
he deals with sketchy types.
all right. All right. In Thieves' Cant, I'll say, all right, I'm sorry. What is it? Just out of curiosity.
Just a way of communicating.
Like, I figure it's the way he communicates with Blackwell.
Is it with Blackwell?
This is like a slight nod, like
All right. I will mage hand and pick it up. Like, I will visually cast mage hand, pick it up, and give it to him.
I mean, it's still in his hand.
Oh, is it? Okay, never mind then. I thought it.
You take it out of his hand and hand it to him.
No. I thought it like because he went to grab it and I just dropped it, let it drop. I didn't know if it actually fell to the floor or not.
No, he like grabbed onto it as soon as he felt it like leave his pocket.
Oh, okay.
I want to pull out my sending stone and show it to him.
I'll pull mine out too.
Yeah, he just kind of nods as you do that.
I'll say okay. I saw some magical item. I just wanted to see what it was. I tinker a bit. I'll say this in common. So.
How amusing.
It's a hobby. It helps.
We should probably head out now.
Yep.
That would
You
probably
should
be a good
head
idea.
out. We're right where we need to be.
I mean, if we want to do any shopping or anything.
Fine.
I'll run up to the bar and kind of get the barkeep's attention and say, how many rooms are available?
How many rooms you need?
How many rooms do we need? 3? Because me and Bungo, Chance, and then Lilith. Yeah?
I mean, I can stay with Chance.
Okay. 2 rooms.
Right.
Lights in one room, darks in the other.
What?
That's a lights in one room, darks in the other.
That's only a little racist.
Yep.
We never. Well, Chance and I also don't have to turn our lights on.
I can see in the dark, too.
Whatever.
As can Bungo.
The other
I
one can.
can't.
Maya cannot.
Maybe
Well, you had
maybe
some
that's the
shitty
deciding
hotel
factor.
anyways.
What?
Maybe
Said
that's the
you-
deciding factor in Maya not wanting to stay there.
Yes.
There are no lights at this.
None of us realize it, but there's no lights.
We're just like, why doesn't she like it?
Yeah.
Well,
She just walks and it's just pitch fucking black. Oh god. Ugh.
So yeah, it's pretty straightforward getting a pair of rooms, and yeah, I think for the two it'll run you 4 silver.
All right, I am going to pay him 40 copper. I kind of like feel
You-
around. I feel around. I'm like, hey, you know what? I pour out the copper. I'm like, hey, this is exactly 40. Here you go.
you're a bad person.
Yep. Hey, what else am I gonna do with 42 copper?
Yeah.
Buy a hooker.
No, I've got 890 gold for that.
Oh my.
I just didn't want to break gold.
So after
Did you
counting
run-
out all 40 copper pieces,
Did you have to run to your
Straight
horse
face.
to get change?
No.
yeah, he counts out like 39 and realizes that he left the rest of his money outside. I'll be right back. Promise.
All the other customers just stand there waiting
Yeah.
when you run outside.
And yeah. So you finish paying, and like straight face, the barkeep is like, "Enjoy your stay."
I'll just say, hey, sorry about that. I had to spend the copper somewhere. And I'll say,
Uh-huh.
I tip better later, and I'll flip him a gold.
Flip him how much?
Well,
I flipped him a gold. Just for him, just as a tip, and I'll say, I'll be back later.
Okay.
And I'll run off before I even see him, like, his
Alright.
reaction.
while he's doing this, I'm gonna say I'll meet you outside and head across the street and rent a room for the
Alright.
evening.
Okay. Yeah, and you walk in and you see the familiar sight, a very well maintained, crisp, clean interior of the Baron's horse. Off to one side, you can see a handful of guests seated, sipping on some of the fine brews that they offer, and sampling some of the sort of gourmet offerings of the food menu. When you go to book a room, you are informed that it will be 4 gold for the night.
That's okay.
And that will, of course, include your meals throughout your stay.
Wonderful. Okay. Maya wants to try new and exciting gourmet foods. He's okay with this.
Okay.
But I'm gonna pay him in silver.
Oh.
So he gets 40 silver.
Jesus.
We're bad people.
Hey, don't give us a bunch of money if you don't want us to spend it in the values that you give it to us.
Because apparently I just have a crap load of silver. You know
Yeah.
what? Is there a bank I can change money in?
Yeah, I mean, you'd
'Cause
probably
I've-
have to pay a conversion rate, like a conversion fee, I should say. But,
Because I have
yeah,
3,500
think you can do
silver. So
I mean, we can spread that out. We can all take some, and that'll at least give us some spending money.
well,
Or you could, you could
I'm
throw.
gonna pay him in gold, and then I'm gonna go shopping.
Okay.
Oh, because we have another 17,000 silver in the bag of holding.
No, we don't.
We don't.
No, we bought things with that. We have
Did it-
4,000.
Did it update? Oh, okay, it updated.
Do you? Yeah.
Okay, no, the last time I opened it, it said we had 17,000.
That's
So.
because we spent it and I took it out.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, we have a more manageable amount now.
I did some in silver and some, gold, some in platinum.
Good to know.
I know what I'm doing sometimes.
Right.
So once you've all secured your lodging for the evening, what's next?
Can I? Oh no, never mind.
Okay then.
Can we go equipment shopping?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
All right. So what are you guys looking for?
A magic shop.
A magic shop.
A magic shop.
Magical items.
Okay. Let's see. All right. So go ahead and make an investigation check to find what
Can-
sort of offerings there might be in town for something like that.
Can I assist her? Never mind.
I don't
fuck
need
it.
assistance.
Yep. She just
I
like
think-
turns and walks directly to the best magic shop.
I made 3 rolls tonight and 2 were 20s. This does not bode well for tomorrow.
Nope. You gonna die.
Oh, it's just the Amber Temple. How bad could it be?
We don't know.
Okay.
Anyways, I inquire very well and get. I'm gonna inquire at the Baron's horse.
He's gonna send you the fucking expensive one.
But it's gonna be the best one.
But he's a hoity-toity jackass. He's gonna send you the like uppity one where they charge you like a $10 entrance fee. Like he's
All right.
the
So yeah, you inquire with the refined individuals that you see enjoying the surroundings and the offerings of the Baron's horse, and yeah, you are almost unanimously referred to a place called the Fox's Artifacts and Relics, just down the road,
Okay.
along this same main road that seems to go through the majority of Helmfirth.
Okay.
So, who all is going magic item shopping?
I will.
definitely me.
Okay.
I think it's pretty much everybody.
Going because my room buddy's not staying back there. I'm not staying by myself.
Yeah. On the way there, I'm actually going to be talking to Chance in Thieves' Cant. So,
Okay.
I'm just gonna say, I felt you sneaking that into my pocket, and I will hold up the silver piece.
Wasn't it a gold piece?
No, he said
No, it's a
silver.
silver piece.
Oh. I don't know anymore.
And I'll say, and to everybody else, we're just talking about the weather and shit. Like, I'm just talking about how nice the weather is. But in Thieves' Cant, I'm talking about that. And I'll say, I have my own ways, and I'll kind of wiggle my fingers, and I will actually summon Mage Hand directly in front of me that's also wiggling its fingers. And I'll make it turn invisible.
Interesting weather discussion.
Yeah, we're just talking about the clouds, and like, you've never heard Tokar talk about clouds in such detail, but
Are you waxing poetic?
yeah, I mean, I'm talking about how the clouds, like, I'm going scientific. So I'm talking about like cloud covers and shit, and we're actually talking about him putting a silver piece in my pocket. And to you guys, it's just I'm just rambling. I'm Togar. I just ramble about science.
Did you say you're doing it in Thieves Can't?
Yeah, I mean, well, to Maya then. Everybody else fucking knows
Yeah,
Thieves Can't.
like Maya's the only one.
Oh no, Bungdo
confused.
doesn't know it either. Do you?
Yep.
So
Bungdo does not.
I don't know that Maya not Maya, that I don't know that Lilith knows it.
You do.
Do I?
We agreed that you taught it to me.
Dumbass.
Did it? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's fine. I don't care. I don't care if you hear it or not. But yeah, I'll just say you might want to be careful, because you know, I'm watching you, and I'll just kind of throw him a wink, not in a bad way. You know what I mean? Like, no, not like that.
My,
Too late. It's canon.
That's fine, whatever. Togar hitting on the cat thing confirmed.
my fur on my cheeks turns into a reddish blush color temporarily, and then goes back.
What would Tormilla think?
Alright, and then I will just kind of head up with the rest of the group.
Okay.
So.
And yeah, it's a relatively short walk to uh, the Fox's Artifacts and Relics.
How happy are you?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, you find a sort of an aged looking storefront, not in a bad way, just like it's been an established business for quite some time. The lettering on the face of the building is sort of etched a bit by the passing of time and by the elements. But it's easy enough to read and easy enough to find your way in. And like a lot of the magic shops that you've been into thus far on your journeys, there's this strange mingling of a lot of different smells that don't seem like they go together in the least. And you see, looking around this kind of first room of the business, there are a number of shelves, all lined with fine fabric runners, upon which a number of like larger, kind of more noticeable items are resting. And as you walk in, there is this kind of faint ringing sound from somewhere deeper in the shop. You can't quite figure out exactly where it's coming from, as there's no door. It's not like there was a bell affixed to the door that swung shut behind you. But you walk in, and there's this little tinkling of a bell, and a few seconds later, you see an old human female come slowly making her way up, kind of letting down the sleeves of a kind of long billowing robe sort of outfit. And she just says, "Welcome to the Fox's Artifacts and Relics. Is there anything in particular I could help you with today?"
Yeah. I am looking if you have anything to help, well, I guess help people like me. I don't use magic. I just use my hands to fight. And I tend to fight some dangerous things, so...
I'll walk up next to mine and say, "How about a belt like mine? Would that help you?"
Not as much.
No.
What does your belt do?
I can throw, like, I'll just, I'll start explaining it, and then I'll just say, "Here," and I'll just, like, grab a dagger and, like, just kind of I'm not gonna like throw it hard, just kind of toss it across the room, and then I'll just kind of hold my hand out to him, and then you'll just see it appear back in my hand.
My eyes widen.
Yeah.
I either need, I don't wear armor or anything, so if you have anything to help magically create armor or make me punch things harder, that would be great.
You see her wave a hand in front of her face, and looks as though she's perusing a list that she's just kind of summoned.
Maya has no idea how to describe magical things.
As she does that, I'll
Try
say,
your best.
how did you do that?
Oh, well, combination of excellent memory and, a bit of showmanship.
That's cool. I might be back here to have you teach me that. It's kind of cool. Like, she just kind of flicks her hand and the list appears?
I missed the last part of what you said.
I said
Flicks
she
her hand and
she
what?
flicks her hand and, like, the list appears?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fucking amused by that. I really... Yeah, okay. I like that. That's cool.
Okay. Let's see what she might have for someone like Maya. She has a lot of things.
Well, I guess since we're perusing that, for the hell of it, I'm casting Detect Magic.
I mean, the place lights up like a fucking Christmas tree. I don't know
Oh, I
what
know.
you expect.
No, I know. I just, yeah, I'm just.
You inspired the Manfred Mann's Earth Band song.
I will be back in just a
Oh,
second.
cover.
I mean, I got 10 minutes on it, so I'm just gonna keep it up so I can see what magic like they're from. I also want to see what she's carrying. And
Okay.
the last thing I want to see is I want to see what Chance has. Because I've never
Okay.
actually looked him up and down.
All right. So, it doesn't look like she's really carrying much of anything in terms of like magical gear. I mean, she's got what looks like a little pouch off to one side, fastened to her belt, which you gather is a components pouch. I mean, you've been around the block a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beyond that, I don't think there's really much of anything that you pick up off of her.
Okay.
As far as Chance, let's see here.
I just kind of a cursory perusal.
Yeah. So,
Maya unexpectedly lights up like a Christmas tree.
Yeah, like your hands especially are like really bright.
yeah. So I think specifically what draws your attention on Chance is his boots and his cloak, both of which exude a bit of, I think that would be like illusion magic.
Okay, so I could fathom that putting two and two together, they're probably to make him sneakier.
Probably, yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. Anything else, or I mean, that's just like I said. I just wanted to see what he had.
I'm back.
Okay.
We've killed the shopkeeper, Phil, and we are now looting.
Yeah,
Oh,
you have a 5-star wanted level.
Yeah, I
and,
Cut off his dick.
No, I'm actually examining Chance.
If you know what I mean.
Painting me like one of his French girls.
Yeah. Yes.
So she kind of peruses this whole list, like scrolling all the way down. Like you can see she's like kind of moving it around with her hand, almost like there are different categories that she's skimming through, trying to find something that might be a good fit.
Like she's got like a medieval iPad that she's scrolling through.
Basically, yeah,
That's fucking cool.
yeah.
Togar's jaw just drops seeing this. Like that's freaking amazing. He wishes he had that.
Yeah. So let me check one thing. All right. So she says, well, I do have one project I'm working on. They're not quite finished yet, but I think they might be a good fit for someone who fights in less traditional means. It's
Isn't that more traditional?
Yeah, she's as traditional as you can get. She uses a stick.
I mean, stick and fists, I feel like, are very traditional. Anyways, I'm just arguing with the DM. not the
Yeah,
shop.
arguing with the shopkeeper like a dick.
Yeah.
I mean, we already are dicks, so we pay him pennies.
It's true. But yeah, she tells you that she's in the process of enchanting a pair of bracers that might be helpful to somebody like you.
How long do you think that'll take to finish?
Let's see here. She says, I think I'm about a week out from having them completed. If you'll be around, I could hold them for you.
Well, I will try to be around. If I leave town, though, I'll, inform you so that you're not just holding them for me, or you can get them delivered to my house residence, I guess.
At this point, I look over at mine and go,
If I
wow,
leave.
it's weird that we have a place now.
Yeah, it is. So yeah, if I leave town before then I'll give you my address and you can have them delivered.
Very good. I mean, there is the small matter of payment for
Oh, yeah.
goods rendered. And you see her like air mathing. Strangely, this time she's not drawing the numbers out. At least for you to see. You see her tracing things in the air, but
Like I do math.
like you do math, yeah.
I don't know
Um,
how many people have seen me do math, but I do it in the air.
Yeah, I think I have then. I wondered what you did, but I was just like, whatever.
If I'm doing like something with several numbers, I'll trace them in the air.
Whatever works for you.
And yeah, she says, let's see, given the investment of time and resources, I think the bracers would be worth about 2,500 gold.
And what will they do, Eric?
Yeah, I was going to say, at this point, I'm like, what do they even do, Maya?
In game terms, they would increase your AC by 2, provided you're not wearing armor or a shield.
Okay. The bracers of defense?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that could be useful for you.
Is it worth 2,500 gold?
For you, I would say, what's your AC?
18.
Yeah, I would say yeah, that would be pretty good.
Yeah, so it would pop it up to 20.
Because you don't have any magical items right now, do you?
Nope.
Yeah, yeah, get those. Fuck it. Treat yourself.
Can I... What about 2,400 gold? I just spent a lot on the house.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh no.
Since I'm like right there with the conversation, can I assist her at all?
Sure.
Okay.
So, Maya, go ahead and roll again.
Damn. Well, this is worth a try.
16 is
Yeah.
decent.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I'm good with a 16.
Alright. Yeah, she says, well, I mean, I really did put a lot of time and effort into these. If you can't afford them, I understand, but I'm afraid I'll have to ask for the full price.
Maya just gonna smirks and say, well, that's fine. I'll get them.
Very well.
Oh, I thought you meant you were gonna steal them. It's like, that's fine, I'll get them somehow.
I gently elbow Maya into the arm.
I look at him.
I peek around Maya at him.
Like, that's kind of like, what do you want? But not saying anything.
Yeah.
I whisper up into her ear, "Do you need assistance getting those?"
No?
I just sulk and say, "Okay."
And, yeah, so I think then she will ask you for a 50% down payment. And then if you come by to pick them up, you can pay then, or she can, I suppose, invoice you for the remaining balance due.
Oh, COD style?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So 1250. That's inconvenient.
I just take
That's
10. Oh, go ahead.
What?
Oh, I was just to say I take 10 gold out, set it on the counter, and say I just need some charcoal, incense, and herbs.
Easy enough. Yeah, I mean, it's quick. She scrounges together a little package of components for you.
Oh, I need a brazier too. A bronze, bronze? I think it is. Brass brazier. Let's see.
All right.
I don't know if there's an additional cost for that. I don't care. I'll pay it.
I am checking.
Okay. 125 platinum. I give her.
Just paid it in all copper and silver.
You want to pay in copper? Togar? Be
No,
upset that she didn't give me a deal.
I don't have that much copper.
Oh no, we have it in the bank.
Oh, we could. Yeah,
It's in
sure.
a sack.
Yeah, just pay. Fuck it, pay in copper. I don't care. Be a dick. I'll pay in
We
copper.
don't have to. I'm just saying we do have a lot of copper.
125,000 copper.
Oh,
You
we
guys fucked up.
we could only. That's only nine gold. That much copper. So that's not
That's
enough.
900.
Yeah.
We have 900 copper. That
We-
is exactly what we have.
We
But we
could-
can also spend it in silver. And that's 90 silver.
It's up to you. If you want to throw away that copper, I'm good with it because it just free up
Can,
space.
can we do 90 silver? Because we have lots of silver too.
Whatever you.
Let's do 90 silver.
You're in charge of the bag of holding. You clean it out how you want. I'm cool with whatever.
90 silver it is.
All right, add your platinum back in.
Oh no, for you, not for me.
Oh.
Oh gosh, that would be so. We don't have that much silver.
Oh, okay.
We
For
don't
for
have that
my
much
10
gold.
gold.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
take your 10 gold and give her 100 silver.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Bungdo at this point is just kind of twitching.
What do you want, Bungdo?
Just pay the damn woman.
1, 2, 3. I'm counting it out.
Bungdo falls on his staff.
I mean, it's
What?
not like she's charging
Two?
high prices. Not everyone has that much, you know.
I hand Bungdo it. I see Bungdo about trying to kill himself. I see him trying to kill himself with a staff. I hand him my dagger.
I poke you with it.
Ow! What the hell was that for?
Without response, you just see the stink eye of doom.
The dagger poofs out of your hand and reappears in mine. Yeah.
I just
So-
shrug and be like, we only have platinum and silver. As she saw the gold change hands. To put it up.
You're just terrible people.
That's fine.
Like, what odd things to say you have platinum and silver?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sitting on a decent bit of gold, too.
I've got 15 silver.
So anyway, that's a thing. And so you now have bracers of defense, basically in production for you.
Okay.
I'll say, well, does anybody else want to get anything?
Should we get health potions?
I mean, it wouldn't hurt. I think I have one. Yeah, let's get some health potions. I don't have one, so that could be nice.
Yeah, same.
Because I don't get hit a whole lot, so I could bring one of your asses back.
I have one. But just one. Yeah, do you have any healing potions?
She flips back a few sections in her list and says, "It looks like I have 2 in stock right now."
You're not
Are
very
they-
well stocked, are you?
And you say
Gee.
we're rude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
God.
she just kind of like looks over the top of her spectacles at Lilith.
Excuse her, she doesn't go out too much.
From around here.
Excuse you.
Pay the woman in silver.
How much are they?
We've got the fucking peanut gallery here. Oh. Yeah, let's take them both. How much are they?
You are just terrible humanoids.
Well, what
Alright,
kind of shop
um,
only has 2 healing potions?
A shop that doesn't
The
need
most
them.
popular one in town.
Well, let's
She
go to a,
sold all the rest of them.
yeah. We'll go
Gosh.
to we'll go to a shittier one. Pick up a bunch of healing potions. We're like at the Starbucks. We need to go to a Tim Hortons.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so the potions of healing are 50 gold apiece.
That's fine. I'll give her 100 gold.
Okay.
Since Maya
1,000
wouldn't let
silver.
me spend mine.
Said 1,000 silver.
Yep.
I
I mean, We have 1,000. So I feel like she has some magical way to count them.
She probably does. Like, she puts it in, like, a magical counter. Or she probably has a scale there that just measures it.
Nope. Bag of
Probably.
counting.
Like, that would be the smart way to do it.
Can we just give her 1,000 silver? Like, just place it on the scale?
Sure.
What class would I have to level into to be able to enchant things? Or is that just like a skill you can learn?
You hear that, Taylor?
What?
I'm just paying her in 1,000 silver.
Okay, so I'm losing the gold, though, still?
If you want to put it in the group thing.
Yeah, it's fine. I put the 110 gold into the group thing. So the 10 for mine and the 100 for that.
Okay.
And to answer your question, Phil, I think really it's not so much a class thing as just having time and resources on your hands to learn how to imbue things with magic. So, yeah, I mean, that's probably like a downtime activity that you could begin delving into.
Is there a library in the town we're in?
Yeah, there would be a library.
Bungdo would like to go there whenever he has time to step away and head on over.
Okay,
I mean, I would also like to go there, so.
all right. Was there anything else you guys wanted while you're at the shop here, or you just want to move forward?
Dagger?
You're inquiring about daggers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Play?
Let's see. So, I think if you ask the woman about daggers and similar weapons, it would seem that they don't currently have any daggers in stock. They have, let's see,
Oh.
some very nice short bows.
Who's taking the health potions?
I took one.
Who wants the other one?
I don't care. You can have it. You take it.
Well, then I would have 2.
I'll take it.
Yeah, Lilith, take it, because you don't get hit a whole lot either.
Okay.
So, we can...
What- Why would we not give it to the people who do get hit?
Because then, if they get knocked down,
When
then
they're
we can...
down.
Yeah, we can go give it to them.
Right.
Because the people who are... The people who get knocked down a lot are the ones who can fucking heal. So, the ones who can't
I can
heal... well, you can't, but...
I can.
Oh,
Thank
can you?
Very much.
Oh,
Yeah.
my goodness. How do you heal?
I have a thing.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm
Wholeness
asking
of
you what
body.
it is.
Oh, that's right! Okay. Oh, that's right, I forgot you got
Oh.
that. So yeah,
I mean,
you
I
guys
can only heal 27 points,
That's a lot. That's a lot
but
more.
I can heal. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot more than a fucking healing potion.
That's more than I can heal myself.
That's
so.
2d4 plus 2. So
Exactly.
yeah, let's me and Lilith take them.
Okay.
But getting back to Brown's question, no daggers, but there are a number of very nice short bows, including one that was taken from the horde of the dragon Nabera. A battle axe, a long sword known as the Luck Blade, and a pretty wicked-looking mace.
I'll inquire her about short bow and the short sword.
Longsword.
Oh, it was a long sword.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can even use that.
I think that can be Dex.
It's a short sword that does that.
Mm.
Oh, wait, no,
Correct.
long swords. I can use long swords. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll still inquire on it.
Okay.
Can longswords use dex?
No.
That's what I thought.
They can?
They cannot.
No,
Short
they're
swords can.
two-handed.
Long swords can't.
Oh.
Okay. So, well, let's see here. So you said you're asking about a short bow and a long sword?
Yeah, the two you mentioned.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. As far as the short bow goes, it is, functionally speaking, it's a +1 short bow. And due to the magics imbued in it, the asking price for this one is 500 gold.
Huh.
Ding. And then, let's see. As far as the long sword, the luck blade that the woman goes on to tell you, according to what she heard from the person from whom she bought it, it was created by a god of war for his most loyal paladin. That weapon would run you back, about 50,000 gold.
All right,
I'm still interested.
I'll take it.
I would like a second one. We bust out our copper.
Oh my god!
You just bring bags of holding full of copper.
No, wait.
It'd be 5 million.
Wait.
What's it
5
do?
million. Let's see here. Let me look it up.
It's a +7 longsword that wrecks everything.
+7.
Might as well be. We can't afford that. We spent an entire town's funds and only had 10K.
So, I'll relay this in the terms in which she would explain it, which is basically, the weapon is more likely to find its mark and to deal serious damage. And its holder seems to just be better at extricating themselves from rough situations. Additionally, again, kind of along the lines of just things happening, it seems like those who hold this sword have a habit of escaping negative situations by the strangest, luckiest circumstances.
May I hold the sword just to inspect it?
She says, "You may look at it behind a magical barrier."
Where's it at?
She gestures over toward the counter, which you can see is there's like this kind of golden light just ever so faintly radiating out from it. It seems to be worded with some kind of serious magic.
What kind of magic? Because detect magic.
Oh, yes.
I'm just curious.
I believe that would be abjuration.
Okay, yup. I will say in Thieves' Cant, just kind of talking about the quality of the sword, but in Thieves' Cant I will say to him, I would not try to steal that. That shit will fuck you up.
And also, she's not done. Also,
Christ.
the sword seems to grant its wielder the ability to reshape reality in certain ways.
Oh,
That's a hell of a blade.
when I get 50,000 gold, I'm coming back.
I hope to one day myself make an item that powerful. Just out of curiosity, what's the mace?
The mace. All right. So, according to what she knows about the weapon, for starters, it is said that foes slain by this weapon are consumed by shadows. But wait, there's more.
Bungo just blurts out how much.
Yeah.
Let's see. That one.
Measly 100k.
That one would be kind of along the lines of Maya's bracers, somewhere in the 2,500 gold range.
Okay. So there's a chance.
There's a chance. And
I could afford it.
yeah, essentially, the wielder of this mace can cause selected targets to essentially flee in terror.
Well, that would be kind of cool.
Bungo the Terrible.
Bungdo the Terror. It's like Jack
I
the
was gonna
Ripper.
go with Bungo the Terror.
Yeah. I might come back for that. We'll see how this job goes. But
Alright.
I'll look over to Chance. How good are you with a short bow?
I just reached from under my cloak, pulled out a short bow.
Do I detect any magic on that short bow?
I don't believe you do.
I'm going to grab that short bow out of his hand and just throw it, and I'll slide her 500 gold and say, we'll take the short bow.
Very well.
So,
Pleasure
and
doing business with
I'll
you.
give it to him.
My eyes widen as I start drooling at the new bow.
So,
All right. And yeah, as the shopkeeper heads to the back and returns with the bow and allows you a chance to look it over before finalizing the transaction, you can see that there are places on this bow that seem to have been just ever so slightly blackened, perhaps by the heat of the dragon's fire, whose horde it was a part of for quite some time. But it seems entirely structurally sound and really just kind of gives the whole thing a
looks
Battle
really
line.
badass.
yeah, a bit of character, a bit of I don't know, just makes it more interesting.
Okay, yeah, I'll give her the 500, and I detect its magic, right?
Yes, functionally speaking, this is a +1 short bow.
Okay, cool. I'll give it to Chance. And say there, now you've got some range too.
Good
And then
stuff.
as an afterthought, I'll pull 2 Naga Fangs out of my pocket and say, are these worth anything to you? I don't know if they're used in any spells or anything.
She looks at them and says, well, I don't really have much use for them myself.
Yeah. I had plans for them, but the person died that I was gonna do them for. So
What are you gonna use them for?
I was actually going to use them in place of like an ivory placement, and I was going to create them in the shape of your fuck did Trogdor worship? Bahamut.
Silver.
Yeah, I was gonna do it in the shape of the dragon, kind of like an ivory insetting. Because these things were like fucking 6 inches long. They were big. But yeah, so anyway, I'll say, I guess I can hang on to them for a while. I just figured I'd see if you needed them for anything.
Well, I appreciate it, but I don't really have much need for them. Is there anything else I can help you with?
I don't think so.
Well, actually, I do have one thing I wanted to ask. Being that you're an enchanter, you've worked with some stuff, and I'll pull out my book, and I'll just say, I'll flip to the page with the goggles on it, and say, I'll like kind of set it down and show her and say, do you have any idea how I would go about enchanting this? Functionally, I can think of every other way. I just don't know what to do about finishing the enchantment on it.
She takes the book and kind of looks through your notes for a second, and let's see. I think she just. I think to everyone else, it's kind of this like mumbo jumbo, like jargon kind of speech, but basically, what she's gonna do for Togar is kind of provide some tips on how to properly bind an enchantment to an item of that quality.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, it's not like a hands-on lesson or anything.
Yeah.
She's able to provide some tips and just like best practices for enchanting, really.
Gotcha. Okay. I will thank her, and I'm actually going to throw another 10 gold down as a thanks for that, and say, that was a great help. And I will probably be back. You'll see me. Your name, ma'am?
She says, "My name is Sa."
Sa. S-A-H?
SAI?
Just S-A.
Saw, dude.
And she's the owner? Of it?
Well, if you ask, she
Yeah.
will tell you that she is one of a group of enchanters that sort of work together to keep the place going.
Oh. What was the place called again?
This place is called the Fox's Artifacts and Relics.
And can I get directions from her on a money changers so I can change some of this silver to gold and some of this gold to platinum?
Yeah, directions are easy enough.
Okay.
Cool. I'll say, well, what is the group of enchanters that you're part of? I may be looking to learn a few things, and I'll kind of stand up on the seat. I assume we're sitting at like these little like bar stool seat kind of things.
Sure.
All right, I'll stand up on the seat and I'll extend my hand to say, Togar Hammer Striker. I was an armor smith in Thogladar, but I have since become an adventurer. But I may be looking to join an apprenticeship of enchanting to, spread some high-quality magical items throughout the land. So.
Very good. Well, we don't really have much of a formal name of our group per se. But you know, it's sort of just a group of colleagues. We've since retired from full-time work with the stewards in the capital, and just set up a nice little business for ourselves here.
Well, if you have any need for, armor or anything to enchant that is of the highest quality from Thogladar, feel free to look up my business.
Of course.
I shall be returning there hopefully fairly soon to check in on things and maybe give a new training to and some possibly new medals. So, and
Very good. Is there anything else I can help you all with?
Well, that's it for now.
yeah,
Directions to the library for next time.
yes,
Yeah.
Any directions that I think are easy enough to get. Cool. So, if that's it, I think that's where we'll leave off for tonight.
All right, I gotta go. I'll catch you guys later.